Hello, everybody. Welcome to Ladies Night. Tonight we're doing something a little different. We're going a review of Black Women is Above Ranking System. We will be going over Max's rant about Black Women's above any ranking system. So Abner and I will be going through little bits of it, and we're going to tell you our take on it. Mm-hmm. All right. Good to see you. Of course, Emmanuel Briggs, you first time. You first up, Hassan. And of course, Mac of the Ebony Star Network. Okay, so we shall get started. Oh, okay. Hey, Marsha M. I see you. All right.
All right, let's get into it, man. As you see the title, The Black Woman is Far Above Any Ranking System. But before we go there, let's talk about a few things. Now, I'm a little confused. I don't want to be funny, but I don't understand why Black women are calling into a show and getting dating advice from a homosexual male. I can't really figure that one out. And I'm not, me, man, I would never disrespect my sisters. I love my sisters, but I'm confused about that. I'm not even sure what that is about. You're asking for trouble. Homosexual males, they don't like women. They can't stand you. They're not going to treat you well. They're not going to talk to you with any manners or any kind of, respect. They hate you. They can't stand you. They're competing with you for the love of other men. I'm not even sure why a Black woman would even consider calling and talking to a homosexual male about any kind of advice. I don't get that. That's got me more confused than anything else. Anything else that was said or whatever. I can't get past that. I'm like, what the hell is that all about? Like, why are you talking to a homo about? Why are you asking a homo about dating advice? I don't understand what you're asking a homo about anything. They hate you. They can't stand you. They're trying to replace you. They're trying to compete with you for the hand of other men, for the love and intimacy of other men. I don't get that one. So yeah, I just wanted to see. I want to get that out there. That's got my mind, going around in a whirlwind. Like what? Like why? Like really? Like what? But anyway, let's get into this ranking system, right?
Okay. Now that question made me ask that question too. Why are Black women going to a guy that's obviously gay or who appears to be gay for help on or advice for dating? Because what is what is she thinking? Does she think because he gay that he might understand what she might be attracted to or interested in? Or is she thinking because he's a male that he understands the mindset of a straight man? Abner, you wanted to say something on this?
Yeah. You see, I don't because the ladies don't know that these men are gay. They don't know. If they know, I don't think somebody know that if someone is a gay, definitely she will go there and ask for he advice. They don't know. That's why they go there for the advice. And they leave the straight men.
So you believe that they believe that guy is a straight man, and he's giving them advice about what straight men might be into, or a certain type of straight man.
Yeah,
Okay, well, when it was first brought up, a member in the chat said something I think is interesting. She said it's a need for validation from a black man. She's trouble. Maybe her gaydar is broke. So, um, so if she knows he's gay and she's going to him for validation, um, is a black woman gotten so low that they want validation from any black man, even a gay one, who is her competition for straight black men? And if she's trouble, well, that could come on that she gotten so low that she wants validation from any black man, even a gay one. I guess she figured she's safer with a gay one than she is with a straight one. Well, surprise, surprise, you forgot. He's competing with you for the straight man. Uh-huh. And it could be like her gaydar is off, so she think he's a straight man. So you might be right, Abner. I think she thinks he's a straight man because he fits into some stereotype that she has in her mind. But I also think it's possible that she wants validation from a black man so badly she'll even take one from a gay one. But
yeah,
that also asks me another question, because this particular person, he don't just give dating advice to black women, he give it to black men. So my mind is like, if the question is why would a black woman, more importantly, why would a black man go to a gay man for dating advice? Is he thinking because he's a man and because he's gay he has an understanding of the female mindset?
no, I don't think this make me sense. No.
Yeah. Well, so either they don't think he's gay neither, or they think because he is gay, he understands the female mind. Women are not men, um, are not men. We're completely different. Y'all should know that by now. So even if the man is attracted to other men, that don't make him a woman. He don't think like no woman. He's a dude who just happened to be attracted to or sexually interested in other men. That don't make
Yeah,
him no woman. Yeah. Okay. Did you want to say anything else on this, Avana, before we continue on?
yeah, we should continue.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Anybody in the chat had anything? Oh, okay. Belle said maybe she thinks there's some kind of sisterhood with him. She forget he's a dude, and she might be thinking sisterhood because I think that's probably the problem why women are accepting a gay men. They thinking they in a sisterhood and that this person, because he's a man, he understands the man mindset, but he's a gay man. The men that you're trying to get information about are straight. He's not attracted to women. In fact, you're his competition. Oh, and then Son here said most assume they are straight and would date them. Oh, okay. So yeah, because the way he said it was like she was trying to go after him. Uh-huh. Okay. But anyway, back on to the next part of Max rant. Mm-hmm.
A lot of these shitty ninjas are broken dudes. They can't keep any women. As you can see, the truth is coming out more and more and more. These guys are either getting divorced, their marriages are breaking up. They can't keep any women because no woman is going to be around that. So that should tell you something. Shout out to Taz doing a good job over there exposing these Negroes for the homos that they really are. Okay? No woman is going to stay around that. I've been talking about this for a while. I didn't believe that any of these guys was married to begin with. But one, you're not going to have some black woman in your house. I don't even care if she's your girlfriend. And she hear you talking like this and hear you doing it. There ain't no black woman staying around no shit like that. She's not. So I'm not surprised that these dudes are either getting divorces or. But look. I don't think any of them will ever marry. But that's just me, because again, no black woman is going to stay around some shit like that. But let me get into this. See, these shitty ninjas, because they can't keep women, right? Because they really don't have any women, they have to find some kind of way to keep women interested. And because they can't keep a woman, they keep losing them, or a woman don't want to deal with them or whatever, they feel some kind of way about that. So they conspire to come up with some kind of way to get women interested, while they can find while they can degrade the woman, or they can make the woman feel bad about herself. So they come up with this ranking system. Now, I said before, this ranking system goes all the way back to high school. They've modified it today because they don't have nothing else to do. They think like teenage boys. These aren't grown men that you're talking about. Yeah, I know somebody is fucking flapping their gums about they work for corporate and all that shit. But I can't tell when you think like a teenage boy, 50 plus years old, talking like a 15-year-old. Again, a gentleman can address a woman properly, can address a woman by her actual name. See, a teenage boy and a man that's very, very immature, right, address a woman as a hoe or a strag or some kind of derogatory name. The fact that black men have a ranking system to rank their own women, right, is an absolute disgrace to black men. You shouldn't have a ranking system for your women. Your women are far above any ranking system. But you have a ranking system because you don't care anything about them and you don't love them, and you care more about how you feel and the fact that you mad at them because they don't want to be with you. That's why you have these type of systems that is built to tear them down, because it makes you feel good to tear them down. You're no different than a bully or a child molester who's taking.
Okay. I think I let that one run a little too far. Okay. All right then. I want to talk about the immaturity, and that they are taking a high school tactic and weaponize it to use against full grown women today. Now, back in high school, it seemed like it was used as an ego, get the woman ego to have her date you, you know, and but this time they using this ranking system to tear down women, tear down her self esteem.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Do you understand what I'm talking about, Avana? Do you have any questions?
Yes. Why will they use the ranking system for the women? Why?
Okay. Under under normal circumstances, the women most likely would not choose them. For whatever reason, they would not choose them. So they tear down her self esteem. So they ask her what she thinks she is from 1 to 10, and wherever she's number she gives, he uses it to tear her down. So, for example, if she
Oh,
uses a 10, he'll be like, "Oh, you think you're like, what makes you think that you're a dime piece?" And he'll pick apart everything she says that makes her what she feel is a 10 or a dime piece. If she rates herself an average, then he tells her that she can't get a certain type of man because he has in his a higher rank, or he makes more money, or whatever the many reasons is. Now, very seldom do we see it, but it does happen when a woman ranks herself low. I ain't seen one go as far as a 1, But if she ranks herself low, then if she don't think she's worthy enough to be with this man, what makes her think the man is? All kind of ways that he could tear her down. The thing is to get her to participate in the rankings of the number herself. Yeah, and
Um,
so he laid the groundwork before that by putting a man as a 10 if he makes a certain amount of money, or he's rich, or he's famous, or whatever it is. Mm.
yeah, but
The
this is very bad. Yeah, this is very bad. You cannot tell a woman that you want to use the ranking system. If maybe the woman choose 10, then you're going to use this 10 against the woman and say because of the number that you have, that is the one I'm using it. No, it's very bad.
Yeah, yes, it is. It is very bad. That's why Max was ranting about it. This is very bad, and he's saying all black women is above any kind of ranking system that they might develop. She's above the ranking. In fact, that we shouldn't even participate in that. Just the fact that we participate by giving a number, we are falling into their little traps. And we letting their mindset get into our heads. So we either stop going after the guys that we're interested in because of whatever it is, because our esteem is torn up. We don't think we qualify or worthy or whatever, or should even bother chasing him because he's way up there and I'm way down here.
Yeah,
Hmm. So he's either tearing her down, so it makes her easier prey for somebody that she would normally, if she had that mindset in her head, would bother with, because there's there's things that she probably had in her that would disqualify him. So he has to tear her down.
yeah.
Okay, okay. There's some. Sun says something down here, uh, where she says, "Let's be honest. Black women want black men to validate them, but often don't feel it." Well, I think it's true. We do want them to validate them, but we don't feel it, because sometimes even when the man is telling us, "Baby, you perfect. You fine just the way you are," but if we don't feel beautiful, we don't hear it. We don't accept that he's saying. He's either saying that because we want sex, or we give ourselves all kind of excuses instead of accepting for a fact we are beautiful. We are wonderful. We all these things. Yeah, the dude was very rude and condescending. I would never ever talk to a person like that. They ruin everybody's day. Exactly. You would never talk to him. But if you had let him get in your head, then you would fall in trap. Oh, and rank yourself. It said, because he asked from 1 to 10, what do you rank yourself? And they had the nerve to tell her she can't choose 7. But you see, he had already got her man in her head because she watches his show. And she, instead of he said he couldn't choose 7. That don't mean you can't go above 7. He just said you couldn't choose 7 because that's a midway point between one or the other. But that's how much he got into her head.
Yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't help. He doesn't care about helping black women to improve relationship with black men. It's just a money grab, and he's catering to the crowd of bums that like to berate black women. What do you think of Emmanuel Briggs and Auntie's statement? And Son is the one that said black women are looking for validation from black men in some form or shape or form. And that's why they go into these guys' shows.
Yeah, you see what I think of this topic also is that you see the men turn down of the women, and whatever the women are doing, they see that is not good, and they don't support the women as well. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not trying to support the women. They trying to they're trying to make us into slaves as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, it's
yeah.
very
Because
yes, it's very sad.
if you marry to me, they think that if you marry to me, then I have to be with you alone. I have to do whatever you ask me to do. I don't have a chance to go anywhere. I don't have the chance to do anything that I have to do and benefit because you have married to me. That's what the men are thinking. And that's the problem that the women are facing now. Because they think whatever they say, that is the right. Whatever they talk, that is the right the women have to believe and use it.
Yeah, but he's getting to these women before they married the dude. So he's getting them and messing in their head and messing with their self-esteem before they meet a dude. So if he tears her down, then she's gonna be desperate, and get in her head that she's never gonna find somebody. She's gonna get desperate, and she'll accept anything, anybody. If her fear, if she let her fear of being alone overtakes her, that's the way they play it. So she'll take any dude out of desperation because he told her because she's average looking, she got kids, she's a certain age, that she can't get the dude she's interested in. So if he mess with her head enough, she's gonna give up trying to go for the dude or talk to the dude or even bother with the dude whatsoever. And even if the dude comes after her, she's not gonna hear him because she don't believe anymore she's that she's above any ranking. She's stuck in her ranking.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, son. It says, okay, if you're told you are no value and are constantly devalued, it's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, and so if it's constantly running in your head that you have no value and you believe it and you take that in, you're just gonna take whatever comes your way. You're gonna put up with a lot of abuse. You're gonna put up with physical, mental, verbal abuse, which is not gonna help you come out of that. So I think also that mindset also have women stay in these abusive relationship a lot longer, or put up with a lot more crap than they have to because they they thinking they're not going to get anybody else. That's all she can get, and if she don't have him, she don't have nothing. You know. Let me see. There was somebody that said a piece of man is better than no man. Yeah, that means that um you gotten so low in your mindset of your value that you take a piece of man instead of a whole man, a real man like you were meant to have. Hmm. So yeah, so men like him do this sort of thing. Now, even though he may not be interested in her himself, he's still turning her down because she represents some woman in his past, some woman he wanted to get at that he couldn't get at, or some woman that hurt him, or somebody that hurt him. So the problem with these guys lumping all us women the same, every woman becomes a target of a representative of what hurt him before. So he tried to make her his punching bag, or he tried to tear her down or hurt her, even though she had nothing to do with that, or she's not even that woman. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mickey, Mickey, Mickey. I'm sticking with Mickey. Okay, I hate when people play that piece of man is better than no man. Yes, I hate that too. Piece of man, half a man. You know, okay, you don't have no man. Then if you got a piece of him, you want the whole man. Like, oh, like a short hair. What the heck is a piece of a man? Okay, we probably have to get Max in here to explain that. This is a okay. This is basically a man that's not being a man, which is what we see. These they're not leading. They're not taking charge. They bitter. They they don't want to protect. They don't want to provide. If at least provide for your kids. If nobody else, you don't have to do anything for the woman. Oh, thing I forgot what the third P. Protect, provide. Guys, you're gonna have to help me up. I can't remember what the third P is. But either way, he's not doing things that men's supposed to do. They whining and crying and complaining, and they blaming everything on the woman. Does that sound like a man to you? Hmm.
Yeah.
Sam put it that a piece of man is a male with no significance. Yes, but they don't want to admit to that. They don't want to admit. They don't want to take. They don't want to be accountable. They want to take responsibility. They don't want to be a leader, even though they saying they want to lead. They not trying to be no leader. They want the privileges of being a leader without actually being a leader. They want the submission that a woman gives to the man in her life without uh, being a leader, or if not a leader in the household, a leader in the community, a leader in church, you name it. We have different leaders. We have our fathers are our first leaders. Then and then there's the men in the community. Communities, churches. That's our first introduction to the men in the community in our churches. Um, and then there's the man, her husband, or her man, the lover, the man she chooses to be the man in her life, but he don't want to accept the responsibility. That he's supposed to provide everything, everything. He's supposed to provide everything. He's supposed to provide food, shelter, clothing, take care of their kids, all that. He don't want to. He don't want to protect. If something goes down, he's not going to throw himself in front of the woman. In fact, he's going to be the one hiding under the covers, in the closet, under the bed, while he sent the woman out to see what's going on. He ain't going to even
Yeah.
go to the door himself to see what the problem is.
Yeah.
He's not gonna be okay. Yes. All right. Okay. You see, y'all got me caught up in this. Let's continue on with Max's rant, so we can get to the next thing. Let's see. Lame who found a money making scheme with which stimulates getting back at the type of woman that would date him when he was young and trying to be straight. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. He's the spokesman for the League of Extraordinary Derelict Dusties. All right, y'all. Let's go. Let's continue on. Okay.
Taking some young unsuspected person that's weaker against their will. You're pretty much doing the same thing. The black women, you're trying to take them against their will. You're trying to break them down. You're trying to make them feel less of themselves, so they can come crawling to you. You're a low life. You've decided to be a low life, so you're trying to bring them down to your level. You're trying to make them feel that they're inadequate, or that they don't mean nothing, or their life is insignificant.
Okay. Yeah. You see, that's what I was saying. That is what a piece of man is. He's trying to pull the women down to their level of insignificance. Okay, continue on.
But it's your life that you're trying to reflect on her. See, you feel inadequate. You feel insignificant. You feel like your life don't mean anything. You feel like a piece of shit. So now you're trying to project that onto black women. This is why you have this ranking system. You see, you really feel that you are 5. You really feel that you're a 6 or a 7 or whatever. That's how you feel about yourself. That's how you dirty ass, stinky ninjas feel about yourselves. And you're trying to project that on the black women. Listen, black women, let me explain something to you. You're far above any ranking system. There's no ranking system that can measure who you are and what you contribute to our life. There's no ranking that. There's no putting a number on that. Only a fool would try to, marginalize that or minimize that. Only a fool would try to marginalize what you mean to us. But you see, when real men come out here and express the truth about what you mean to us, we're called simps and we're called all kinds of other derogatory things. But I expect this from immature dudes who don't want to grow up, who want to be 50 and 40 and be taken care of like they're 14-year-olds. You even got some delusional, whacked out, warped 50-plus-year-olds talking about they beating young women off with a stick. Look at the mentality. Young women, 50 years old, young women, 50 years old, young women, 50. What is a 50-some-year-old doing walking around with a 20-year-old? That can be his daughter. In some cases, his granddaughter. So what does that tell you about the mentality of that 50-plus-year-old? Don't.
Okay. All right. So these dudes. Oh, Ebony. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about what he said about these dudes are basically pedophiles because they're going after these really young women?
Okay. What I think over there is that this
Now,
these two, why the reason why he said these dude went out to pedify young children and young women. You see, that men have to do themselves like a grown up man. They shouldn't behave like a child, like a young boy. You have a big mentality. You have a big mind. So you have to do your things like, hey, he's a matured man. This someone who can give advice to woman, who can be with a woman, who can love a woman as well, without saying nasty thing to the woman.
mm-hmm.
And you have to care and show much love to your woman. They need to
Okay.
stop. That's what I think he was telling them. Yeah, they need to know. That's why he said, they shouldn't be like a child, like a 15 years old boy. No, a grown man or a grown up man, when he started talking or when he started giving a woman advice, you see this man is a matured. This man have learned a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and he is not a gay dude. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Belle is come on. Yeah, wanted to comment on something, Belle? What was just going through?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the conversation and all. Hi, Abinah. Thank you for
Hey,
letting
hi,
me up, Dame Frankie.
hi, Vera.
Okay.
Well, I'm just I don't know. I don't see how anybody can take this dude seriously because, if you just look at it, any outside observer should be able to see the dynamics here. Okay, this is obviously a dude who probably in his younger years, women thought he was effeminate. And, he might not necessarily be in the LGBTQ community, but he was very effeminate, weak. Women didn't like him. They made fun of him. So he found a way to simultaneously make money off of this little image consultant thing, and on the other hand, also get back at these types of women that rejected him when he was young. Now he's 50 some year old, and he can get his get back. So the men come on there for advice, and I've never watched any of his videos, so this is the only one I've seen. But the men, I'm sure he talks probably very nice to the men and gives them advice that they feel like they can use. But he's definitely not going to do that for women, probably any women, because this is his chance to take them down the peg. Whatever high sense of value they have for themselves, he wants to knock that down. And he's doing this out of his own dislike of himself. That's what I'm thinking. So I wouldn't even take this guy seriously. I understand why people are talking about it, because the way he made this so public and the way he treated this woman, it was shameful. Yes, it was. I could just read people. I've known people like this. It's the same way where you go to school with these people that are wimps and nerds, and they grow up and become a cop so they can beat people's asses. Same kind of dude. This is the same kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
They got bullied and now they want to be the bully. The long and short of it, that's all this is. And any woman going on that show to get advice from this man don't lost her ever-loving mind. I don't even see why. Look at him. What is his qualifications? What qualifies him to give anybody advice? Does he even have any kind of consulting or coaching success stories? Does he have some kind of degree in psychology? Because in order to give people good advice, you got to learn how to approach them in certain ways and encourage them and steer them in the right direction. And usually people like that study sociology, psychology, to better understand the human mind and how people view things. This guy has no kind of qualification for that at all. Where is that? What woman is going? What is the purpose of you going over there? They would be better off going to a woman for advice. Not to say these women have qualifications, but they are women.
Mm-hmm.
And women that have had successful relationships, maybe a married woman,
Mm-hmm.
a woman that's been in a long-term relationship, even if she's not necessarily married. But why would you be going to this man? I don't understand it. He's a joke to me. I don't care how many subscribers he has. He has the subscribers because those guys just like hearing women get put down. That's the only reason. Not because he's a good dude. Not because it's like success stories on there. That's not the reason. They want to hear him put women down. I bet they're sitting up there creaming their shorts when a woman comes up there and so she can get her critique. It's ridiculous. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And I know that was a mouthful, but continue.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But see what it is. This because they see him when he's talking to the guys, and he don't have nobody up there. They thinking, okay, all right, he giving some good advice. He giving them some point of view, and they ignoring the fact that when he's talking to women, he's either going in on them or they co-signing what he's saying, or if he's going in on, oh, it's her, it's just her. It's because she did this or she said that, but it's not going to happen to me. I'm not like that. I'm not like the other women syndrome. But you're a black woman, so you're exactly like the other women syndrome. Okay, you like his merce? Yeah, yeah. I think you need to give it back. I'm getting tired of seeing men with my purse.
Well, you know what, Dame? That's where they go wrong. He's not talking about me. I'm not like them. I'm better than them. That's where they go wrong.
Exactly.
Because these types of men don't. You're putting yourself above other women. Why? Um, your woman is a woman, and women forget too that there is no handbook that states what a guy is going to like, what a woman is going to like. All this stuff is individual, to each
Yeah.
his own. Somebody can be unattractive, but they have that certain animal magnetism that draws people to them. You
Mm-hmm.
can't dictate this type of thing. There is no science to it. I don't know if I mean there might be some science, pheromones or whatever that attracts people. You can't have somebody give you advice and say this is tried and true and it's going to work for everybody. There is no catch-all advice that's going to help somebody. So
Exactly.
he's telling this woman, "Oh no, you're this age and you're that age, and you have one child, a damn half-grown child at that. That's gonna keep you from getting somebody that you want." That's BS.
Mm-hmm.
That's crap. That's the worst advice I ever heard in my damn life. That's the
Exactly.
worst advice.
Mm-hmm. And then when she mentioned that she makes six figure. Now this is something interesting. I thought he said, "Well, you think because you got six figure that makes you a high value woman, and that you'll be able to get this type of man?" And I'm like, didn't you just say that men who make six figures plus are a high value men? So why can't it works for her too? But I understand their ranking for women is wholly different from ranking for men. Yeah, but back to the original thing, saying that they like pedophile. They're going after the really young women. Some of them barely out their teens because they don't know any better. They don't know the signs. Or they feel they can learn something from an older man, that he has something to teach them. Um, or they flattered that, you know, because he has a certain look, and what they think they like, and flattered by all that. So that's an ego boost for them.
Yeah, well, that's what they're banking on. These women being young and naive.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why it's up to older women like ourselves to school them on this type of thing, so that
Mm-hmm.
they won't get taken advantage of. Because these so-called high value men do the same shit or same stuff, pardon me, as ones they consider low value. They still
Mm-hmm.
have baby mamas. They still are abusers. They still kill women. I mean, I've been seeing stories like crazy. All throughout 2020 of these men being like principals and this being an attorney and being a doctor or whoever else, and they're killing the women and maybe left them or was there a baby mom or ex-wife or whatever. So what the hell has high value got to do with anything? It's got to
Yeah.
do with that quality of character.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it has to do with.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And even worse yet, they gonna do these women exactly the way they would do the older women, and then they creating a vicious cycle. They treat these young women badly. They use them, and then these women get hurt, and they get hardened, or they get bitter, and then they become the very women that they said they don't want to deal with. So they creating these women.
Yeah. Then they will start blaming them like the women fought for everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, so we gotta protect these young ones. We gotta tell them, inform them, let them know. And when a guy start talking about, oh, how you rank yourself between 1 to 10. Step away from him because he's trying to pull you down. The moment he says between 1 and 10, what you see yourself, step away from him. He's trying to pull you down and pull you into a little trap. Get away. Step off. He's not the one.
Yeah, and you know what? The same dudes. These are the same dudes that talking about getting when they young. So they get these girls when they're young, use them, abuse them, and they create the bitter women they talk about. So by the time these women are a certain age, yeah, they're bitter. Because from a young age, all they've been shown is that these guys are worth nothing and don't see any value in them. And so it's important that women learn to see self-value. Go ahead and do your accomplishments. Go to school. You know, be around different types of people and everything. See the world. Whatever you got to do to, to instill a sense of value in yourself. You don't need nobody to validate you.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially not no Kermit the Frog looking thing like this, sitting in the dark, trying to give somebody advice. Like, really?
Yeah. And if I was the younger black men, I'd be pissed off as heck because they get into these younger women before they do. And so they ruining them, making them harder, making them bitter, making them not believe them, trust them. So by the time they get her, since she's supposed to be within his age group or age range, she's already been hardened. She's already started to become bitter. She's less trusting.
Exactly. And I've seen that before. It's like, and I remember having to ask some of my girlfriends, I'm like, he's really nice. Why do you treat him so bad? Because they're used to the guys before that treating them like crap. So they're just waiting for the other shoe to drop. They're waiting for something to happen. You know what I'm saying? They are just expecting this dude to just be yes. I'm like, this is a nice dude and he's doing everything he should be, but they just are not used to it. And it started with them being young. And maybe meeting up with some dude that was older and, just having bad experiences from there on. But that also falls on, the moms of these young ladies to set an example and to instill that sense of self-worth in them. Yeah, so, I mean, it's just, and they come, the same women these dudes complain about, though, it's the ones they create. They're creating them. So, because it ain't no woman that's gonna sit around and be just like what they call ratchet and bitter, or just not acting right. Where does that come from? That's just not something natural. It comes from the environment they're in, or the experiences they've had. I mean, it's just what it is. So if you don't have experiences like that as a woman, you're gonna be a good mate, and you're gonna have self-value, and you probably attract better, other people who feel good about themselves and don't hate themselves. I mean, that's just what it is.
Okay. All right. A few things I see in the chat. Let's see. They come out as younger women and then try to use and break hearts and then recycle. That's from Sun. Mika says, I never had a guy ask me to rank myself. Okay, well then you lucky. I'm glad that hadn't happened to you. I've had it happen to me, mostly high school and in my younger years. But no, not while I've been older, But that's exactly why that is when you're in your younger years and stuff like that. They might have formed it in another way, but it's basically ranking herself. If she's over 18, this is Aaron. She's over 18. How does that make a man a pedophile? Okay, well, you see, that's the thing.
18 is not grown mentally. 18 is not grown mentally. Most kids that are 18 still freaking live at home. You shouldn't be getting out on your own at 18. Most kids don't. That's still a child. I don't care what your body looks like. Your body might be grown at 15, but that don't make you mentally capable to handle adult relationships. That's why. It's like you're trying to go after children who don't have the mental capacity to make good decisions. I know my 18-year-old child, I had to tell her half of pretty much everything when she was 18. I mean, come on, that doesn't make you an adult. You might be legally, in the sense of the word, or in the law's eyes, an adult, but not mentally. That's why.
Okay. Son said I was legal at 18, but I was not a grown woman.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Most people seem to understand that point.
Mhm.
It's a simple concept.
Okay, but he's saying if they're over 20, if you're over 20, I said, well, that's the thing. They are lowering their expectation. They are actually talking about getting with 18-year-olds and 20-year-olds.
Well, this is people, they want to be able to mold. They know the mind is not mature at that age. So they're able to mold that mind into what they want it to be. When in fact, you're supposed to be having your mind molded by your parents, by, maybe education, going to college, seeing the world. That's how your mind is supposed to be molded. But they want to get them young so they're able to mold them into what they want them to be.
Or they don't have to do as much to impress. Flash a little money in front of her, let her use the car, and she's thinking he's a good dude.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, she's living with him. And before you know that, she had a baby. Then he dumps her. When she becomes either when she becomes pregnant, or he just dumps her because he's tired of her because she's getting older.
Well, that just shows a childlike mindset right there, because children don't think past the surface, the superficial.
Mm-hmm.
They're not putting deep thought into everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You're just looking at the surface. You're looking at shiny things. Ooh, look at that. Look what I got. Look what he has. That's what children do. That's what babies do. Come on.
Uh-huh.
You're not mature mentally.
Son said, notice they say 25 and 26 is old because that's when your brain is fully developed.
Yep. She's right. She's right. They don't want somebody who got a mind of their own. What do they want that for? They can't manipulate you then.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention 18, 20 years old, 20-year-olds. You're trying to find out what you want in a man. So you might date frequently. You might, take your time. But if he's manipulating because he got all this experience, he knows what to do to get what he wants.
Exactly.
Or make himself look good for a time.
Yeah, he has the wisdom, he has the knowledge, because he's years older. He's done went through things. Maybe he's gotten used, so he knows now how to become the user. He has that experience. Think about it. He probably got used as a young dude. Maybe some woman, screwed him over. But now he's like, I'm older now. I got the upper hand.
And she looked just like that girl that broke my heart 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because these hurts, when you experience these hurts as a young person, a young adult, that stuff sticks with people. So it's going to influence, unless you get some kind of counseling, talk it out with somebody or something, it's going to influence future relationships and how you deal with people later on. It just is what it is. It's just the human psyche, is how we deal with things. If you don't deal with it in a positive way and get over it, then it's gonna affect your interactions later on, and they know that. Well, they don't think about it when they're screwing people over. They just feel like you said, "Hey, it's my turn to get that," and they end up screwing other people up because they never received any closure or what do you want to call, like, kind of correction for the things that happened to them early on.
Mhm.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah. All right. Emmanuel Briggs says these men have not incorporated values and honor into the high value ranking that they have. They have no moral compass. Exactly. These males are classic predators. Period. This is from Hassan. At 18, 20, I was legally allowed to do things and just started to learn. Each year, I become different. Exactly. That's from Son.
Yeah, but and that's true. Like, you're legally allowed to do stuff, but like we talked about, mentally, you're not thinking about the ramifications of certain actions, the repercussions of certain actions. You're not thinking about any of that at 18. I know I wasn't, not too much. I sure wasn't. I mean, I still was, did stuff on my own, went places, party, did stuff I wasn't supposed to do, and didn't even think about. You're not sitting up there giving everything you do. You're not. It's the moment for young people because you're young. You're like, I'm young. I'm living forever. That's the mindset you have as a young adult.
All right, it can't happen to me.
Exactly.
Okay, Hassan said something. This is where the pedophilia come in. They want to be the so-called father figure to these young women. Having these young girls calling them daddy. You don't have sex with your daddy? That's where it becomes pedophilish. Becomes pedophilia. You want them to call you daddy. I don't know where that started and stuff like that, and I hate that. I had one dude try to say, no, you're not my daddy. The only person I call Big Daddy is my grandfather, and you ain't him. But he tried to make it sound like you call your grandfather Big Daddy, like it's some sexual thing. No, it's not a sexual thing because I was a little girl when I saw him, you know, and so to me he looked it big. He was like Santa Claus to me. But he tried to make it twist. I said, if you expecting me to call you that, you can forget it. I ain't calling you no Big Daddy, no father figure. I'm not trying to have sex with my father. And he'd be like, ooh, you had to make it nasty. No, I made it real.
Hey, Dame, like, let me see, somebody in the chat, Aaron Bummer said it's a lot of 30-year-old women that make terrible decisions. That's absolutely true. But there's actually a lot of people of any age. There's people in 60 years old that make terrible decisions. What's the point? What's the point?
Yep.
I mean, what's your point? But if you just starting to make bad decisions at 30 years old, you could probably come out of that on the other side a little better than somebody that makes them at 16, 17, 18. I think that you're kind of screwing your mentality up when it happens young, because young people are more impressionable than older people. And you might make a bad decision at 30 and be like, oh shit, I screwed up. But then you get over it. You be like, I shouldn't have did that stuff. You're able to kind of know you messed up and like, oh well.
Dust yourself off and get back up again.
Yes. At 16, 17 or 18, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, what do I do? My life is ruined. Over. How young people think.
And they make permanent choices to a temporary setback.
Yes, they do. They make permanent. That's a good point. They do make. It's like you don't do that and think that's like the end of the story. Like everything is over and said and done when you can do something to change it. They don't think that way. They do not think that way at all. And they think a lot like, well, if something happens, they just like wait for a solution instead of finding it themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't try to correct it. They just think like something's going to happen to fix that for me. That's what you think at 18.
Okay. Yeah, and Son says, I'm thankful my father was protective of me at 18 or 21. I would have been effed up dealing with an old man. Not that I was interested, but I didn't know myself and had low self-esteem.
Yes, because he would have been able to take advantage real quick. Yeah.
Not to mention, we got a lot of young. We talk about the young boys not having their father in life. Imagine the devastation for the young women, and a lot of these young women fall prey because they looking for the father figure. They have daddy issues.
Right.
So yes, they're more prone or they're more likely to go to older men. But there are some like me that's like ew, and I stay away from older men. Older men was like ew, icky, icky. It's like
Yeah, because when you don't have a father, a good father figure around,
mhm.
it doesn't show you how a man is supposed to treat you. If your dad treated you nice, your grandfather treated you nice, and you saw that this is how a man is supposed to care and love a woman and take care of her and want to do things to make her happy, then you're not gonna look for that. You're just gonna be out there guessing. It's like gonna be the luck of the draw because you don't know, what that's like. So yeah, it's very important. It's just as important for that woman to have her father there, or that young girl to have her father there, or when she becomes a woman, as it is for that boy to have his dad there to teach you how to become a man.
Mm-hmm. And to show a woman the way a man is supposed to act. Sometimes
Exactly.
they give you advice without even really giving you advice. I didn't realize it at the time. My grandfather was telling me, "Don't let no a Negro buy you no cheap drink." He was trying to get me to out to
That's
buy
good
food.
advice.
Didn't have no money. So if they weren't willing to pay for a really nice drink or a good tier liquor for the woman, he gonna spend nothing else on you. So that was his way of saying to weed out the cheap Negroes.
I used to see my dad drinking Crown Royal, and I used to have that purple bag.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was classy.
Oh
So
yeah.
if I saw somebody drinking something, other than that, at least I was like, ugh. I bought my own drink.
We got some breakers in our family, so kind of new. Even Crown ain't cheap now. To me, it ain't cheap. But then again, I'm more like 50 and under liquor and stuff like that. So to me, Crown. Should you seen the price of Crown now?
Yeah, but I didn't know the cost when I was little. I didn't know the cost. I was like, this is some classy shit. It's got a little purple velvet bag. Ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah. You see, because older man come up to you, hey baby, you looking good. You deserve a drink. Get whatever she want. With it, no, don't matter. Price ain't no option. If she's 18, she only knows about the liquor she's seen in her family. If she drinks liquor or drinks at all, or she see it on TV, I want a daiquiri. I want a margarita. I was drinking a Tom Collins, and I didn't really know what it was. I was just after the cherries. I was
Yeah.
just after the cherries in the drink.
I'm
So
like, I want a Crown and Coke, man. That's my daddy used to drink. Give me a Crown and
crowning Coke, 7 and 7. Oh yeah, I knew about the cheap whiskey because they'd be like, "Oh, you drink," but it's usually something I brought. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly. If I'm paying for it, I'm gonna be cheap.
Yeah, but there are but that'll make him sound like he's spending some money or whatever. But if she don't know, he could signal the waitress, no, 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 go lower. But she don't recognize that.
Yeah.
He may be saying the words, but he's telling the waitress, nah. Or the waitress know him and know he ain't talking about no real high tier liquor. He wants the house brand. But you don't know. You don't know.
I don't want to interrupt your commentary or what you were doing on the video, Frankie. So if you have any more of that, I didn't mean to come in and disrupt things.
Oh no, because everybody is talking about it. Only my dad or daddy at 19. Oh, an old man tried that mess with me because I was naive. You want to be my little girl?
Ugh.
Out of here.
Get your old ass out of here.
Oh my goodness! I used to. My friends thought I was weird because I wasn't trying to get into no club. I said, "Are you crazy to be trapped, surrounded by creepy old men? No, thank you. In fact, I didn't go to a club until I was about 21, and then it was my uncle's club. I knew I was safe there. Hold on, yeah. Go ahead without me for a second. I gotta take this phone call.
Yeah. But let me see what's going on in the chat here. Grand, is it Marnier Classic? I'm not really some kind of drink connoisseur. I just know stuff that I've seen. And I'm not the kind of person that has to have the best. I'm like more than one of those. When I used to go to the bars and stuff, yeah, I didn't pay for my drinks and stuff. But that's because I would sit there and be like buddy with the guys and talk to them and chat them up. And I come out of here drunk as hell. I'll be like, yeah, I got to go to my car. And then I'm drunk, so I leave and go home after I don't got my drink. I ain't going to lie. But I'm not all into whatever they buying. I just know not to leave my drink there. So in case they want to slip something in it.
I want you, Frank. No. That's okay. I'm gonna finish it on my way to the bathroom. Yeah, one time we ducked out there was the back door at the bathroom. I said, well, that's good. I parked at the restaurant. We're just gonna walk it. They were like, what happened to you? Oh, I was sick. We had already paid for these orders, so we're picking it up and go. Thank you, bye. But I was always kind of leery about accepting drinks from strange dudes. Oh, good male friends, relatives. I had no problem, but strange dude, I was a little leery because, my grandfather drummed my hand. You gotta be careful accepting drinks from any dude, because they think that because they brought you a drink that you theirs for the night and stuff like that. So I was kind of leery. I never wanted to promise anything or give them the impression, so I would turn drinks down.
First off, I'm not just accepting a drink they hand me. If I'm sitting at the bar and they having the bartender get her a drink and I seen the bartender make it, I don't care who bought me the drink, I'm gonna accept it. There's been times when I had 2 or 3 drinks sitting in front of me, I'd be like, where the hell I get these from? And I'm drinking all of them, but I'm not gonna have somebody just hand me a drink. That's the kind of things I have to school my daughter on. I mean, I give her practical knowledge. Hey, if you at a party, you say you don't drink. If you decide to, if you go to the bathroom and leave your drink there, do not drink it when you get back. Pour that out. Mm-hmm. I give her practical knowledge. I'm not gonna tell her, oh, don't do this, don't drink, don't do that. Because that doesn't work.
No, that don't.
It don't work.
But yeah, at the bar. But I had drinks that would come to my table, and I'd be like, tell them no, thank you. I'm flattered, but I got someone, and send it back. That's why I hated coming with some of my friends, because I had one friend just snatched up a drink because I was sitting back. Girl, you don't know what you put in that drink. Well, he's sending it to you. Dang it. So now I'm stuck with this dude. Girl, go talk to him, man. Don't hurt. But I hated that. I was like, you never coming with me again. I'm not sitting next to you. Because she hurried up and snatched that drink. As I put it back on the waitress serving tray and stuff like that, she snatched. Oh no, I'll take it. Dang it. Mm-hmm. But I understand accepting the drink at the bar because I can see it being fixed.
Thank you.
I be very specific. Sometimes they hate it because I be very specific. I say, okay, you got that vanilla Grey Goose? Okay, I want the White Russian with extra color, extra shot.
They're like, dang, she already know what she wants. They expecting you to get a beer.
I'll be like, I was hoping you get a beer. Well, why didn't you say a beer? I could have told you I don't drink beer. Yeah. But that goes back to the cheap. The beers are cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I used to have to be especially careful because I remember back in the 90s and stuff when I used to party, especially down in Florida, the roofie capital of the world.
Mhm.
You had to be careful down there with your drinks. I think they got me once or twice, but I caught it, and me and my friends, it's a way to circumvent the effects of that. So you just have to kind of be aware of yourself. But yeah, I mean, you do things like that. And and I don't think it matters what age they are, whatever. You got the creepy older guys, you got the
Creepy
young
younger
guys.
guy.
Yeah, it's just like,
You got the married but separated guy. You got the married but not separated guy.
uh,
So
the sign said King Cobra. That King Cobra will bite your ass. I think I tried some of that before. That's nasty. It's malt liquor. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Ugh. But
and
me and my baby sister though, when we didn't have like hardly any money and we wanted to get drunk real quick. Yeah, you'll get some of that 211 or some King Cobra, still reserve and get tore up. Okay, I'm saying too much. Back to your
okay.
commentary, Frankie.
Okay, so Abinah, what do you think about this situation? About we got to tell our young girls about these older men, and kind of give them a heads up and warn them about it.
Okay, what I'll tell the young girls or the young boys who
We're
are
talking
coming.
about 17. Well, yeah, you have to start as far as 17 in some cases. 17, 18, well, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Maybe 21.
Yeah, all of them are young. Yeah. So what I would try to tell them is that you see, if a young girl and a grown up see you and he's trying to tell you things that is not good, sometimes when you go home, you can tell your mom, or if maybe your uncle or your grandfather or your father himself who is trying to tell you something which is not good, you can confront your mom. Mommy, this is what mom, daddy is telling me. Is it good for me to do it? Because sometimes they do teach the children wrong, and we do learn from them because we thought whatever they are teaching us that is the correct way, and we do that. So this is a case that if you are staying with your grandfather as a young girl, you need to learn something good from your grandfather. You shouldn't learn the bad ways.
Well,
Because you
yeah,
see,
that's true.
yeah, because if you're a young girl and your grandfather is smoking weed or is smoking, and if a young girl also go there and smoke some, what are you trying to do? You are learning from your grandfather.
Hmm.
But try to tell yourself, no, daddy or grandfather, I cannot do that because I'm a young girl, I'm a young boy.
Shit. Okay.
And it's, yeah, see, sometimes they need to learn it from their mothers or their fathers, and they bring it out to their friends to also learn from their friends. Because some friends don't know how to do those such a things, don't know how to behave badly, but they learn from their schoolmates or their classmates. So the young dude, they have to learn more. You have to learn the good things from your family, from your friends, your colleague, and you pick it and you can use it to walk around anywhere you want. And you can be a good mother or a good father in future.
Well, you know what? That's a good point and stuff, and I agree with that. Like my daughter, her dad, got killed when she was like 4,
Hmm.
and my dad was around, her life when she was young and all that stuff. She's almost 23 now, but to this day, my daughter is not gonna let no man use her or treat her badly. She drops them quick, and I'm glad she's like that. When she
Hmm.
Yes.
see when she see they got this crazy mentality, childish, immature,
Hmm.
she's like she will drop them quick. And I know Frankie, you got raised the same way. You had your grandfather around, but to
Yeah.
this day, her grandfather passed, but she still remembers that how she's supposed to be treated
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
she was Big
Because
Daddy's girl. She was so she remembers how she was supposed to be treated. She didn't have her dad there, but she had her grandfather,
Mm-hmm.
and she's in school still, and she's not these girls that just run around like this and just trying to get with any old dude,
Mm-hmm.
because she values herself and she feels like she's worth something, because that's what she was taught. She was shown by example.
Yeah, but sometimes do you know what cause those things? Sometimes if there's a divorce in the relationship, those are the things cause the children being spoiled, because assuming the mother and the father are not being together, so the mother stays someplace and then the father also stays different place. The child can tell you, "Mommy, I want to go and visit my dad." How will you know that he's going to his dad's place? Or, "Daddy, I'm going to visit my mom." How will you know that the child is going to visit his mom? He can go somewhere else, do a whole lot of things that can spoil the child without getting your future queen or your future prince back. So you see, some of the things is in between the family or the mother and the father have to be one. This kind of relationship that we have been doing divorce is not helping our children at all. It's making we losing our children. We losing the young children coming.
Right. Because they're not seeing a healthy family. They're not seeing a healthy couple, and how a man and woman are supposed to interact with each other and how to treat each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They're not seeing that anymore. And so then it just trickles down to the kids, and they don't, they're not able to develop healthy relationships. So,
yeah,
it's sad.
yeah. That if we start those things and we stop divorce and those stuff, I think our children are going to learn good things from us. You see, if you see some people that or the marriage couples that they live together with their children, you see that children being different from someone who his father is different from other side, and then the mother also is somewhere else. Because assuming the man went to marry another woman, or the woman also went to marry another man, you think what he's trying to teach your children? He
Yeah.
can teach the children nothing by you losing your child. So the
Hmm.
men, we have to come together with our women, support our women, protect our women, and then you see we can have a good family.
Yeah.
And yeah, our children can be saved from the evil people who have been spoiling our children. We can be
Mm-hmm.
saved from them. Because see now, we don't have the black children that they have been saved. We don't have the protection of the children again. Even the mothers, we don't have the protection because the men are doing sellouts.
Well, yeah. I mean, it makes them easy targets when they don't have anybody to learn from, and haven't taught them the right things and stuff. So it makes them really susceptible to suggestion by people outside of their household, whether it be older people, their peers or what have you. It makes them really impressionable and be able to be influenced by um, outside people outside of the family. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's very important that they have that sense of family structure. They have the parents that care, both parents. At this point, since the it's just a trend all throughout the United States, not just black people to be, getting divorces and stuff. If you have those relationships with your mother and father, I don't care if they don't live together, that is very helpful. Very helpful. You need that influence of both parents. Kids
Mm-hmm.
do. You
yeah,
need it. They don't have to live together, but you have to show them that at least these parents can work together for the benefit of the child.
yeah,
The most important thing is you. Kids need to know that.
Yeah.
yeah. Because you see, the reason why now we have the gay people destroying the young children or the black children that are coming because of this. Because we don't have the protection of our children again. So our young children go to social media and learn everything over there. And see the gay people, the people who are destroying the young children, they are mostly on social media talking the evil things. You see, they spread the evil things across the whole world so that the children can be spoiled.
Yeah.
Instead of them to say the good thing that can protect the black children and we can have the black children in future generation, they are destroying the children rather.
And you know what? That begs the question. Getting back to old Kitten Heels from the beginning. When he was interviewing this woman, I wonder if this woman had some type of good father figure in her life. She must have had like some derelict father or somebody that wasn't attentive to her, or or whatever. Maybe that's the thing. And so she didn't get any kind of validation from any men. I mean, I didn't hear the whole thing, but did she say she was previously married, or she just had a long-term relationship or something, Dane?
Let me see. Wait a minute. I'm trying to remember.
So I mean, those are
I think she might have had a long-term relationship.
Yeah. But if she didn't have a good
no, I remember now. She was married. She was,
okay, she was married.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But I wonder before, when she was younger, did she have her father there? Because that would be, because since she seems like she needs to get all this validation and try to, um she's trying to like put herself out there and say this is why I'm a good choice. She needs to try to market herself as being a certain type of woman. You don't need to do that if you've already received validation from men in your life, whether it be the love of your brother, father, grandfather, somebody, their uncles, good men around to show you they love you and care for you. I mean, you don't really need to, you don't need to seek that or feel like that you need to put yourself out there like that. To put out a whole resume of all your good qualities. I know I don't. I don't make money like you do, but I don't really care, and I don't put that forth as saying why I'm a valid mate. You know what I'm saying? I just like, hey, if you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we'll go from there. We'll talk and see what happened. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's me being older though. I'm older than her, but I just never have felt that. I just always, it wasn't like I thought, hey, I'm the shit, but I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Okay, I think that also probably what's driving her is the fear that she's gonna be alone. She's gonna die alone with no man. Because he was able to pick that up on her too. Why? Why? To me, why else would she come to him for advice on getting a let me see what's it a six-figure man, a top-tier man, whatever they calling it right now,
Yeah.
because she said she has improved on herself, she has fixed herself and all this stuff, and I was like, well, what was anything really wrong with you? Didn't you nothing couldn't have been wrong with you if you was able to start a business, get it up to where it's making six figures and no problem. You raise your child with little or no help from the father, and now you ready to get married. Your child is almost out of the house. He's grown. You got a business, so you comfortable. So now you filling the hole with a man, or maybe she just wants to be married. She wants a relationship,
Yeah,
but
well, that makes me question though. I mean, because you seem getting up there. The fact that you're putting out your income and all that stuff and what you make, that just sounds kind of desperate. That to me is saying that I wouldn't want no man to know how much I make, because I mean that's almost seems like you're saying, hey, I got money. I can be one of them 50-50 women if you need me to. That sounds kind of desperate. I don't know. Why would you put your income out there, what you make? I never would.
Okay, and since she follows this guy, I think she fell into the trap of what do you bring it to the table
Oh
question.
yeah.
Because it sounds like that's what she's doing. I make so much figure. Yeah, I got a child, but he's grown. I was able to take care of him and me and go through school and open a business and all that other stuff. So she's putting her credentials out like she's chasing a man.
Yeah.
Like she's putting what she brings to the table, which she shouldn't be doing. That's not for her to do. That's for the man to do.
She's putting the whole single dad.
I think that's a sign that she don't have she never grew up with a father or father figure, because she would know that is what he brings to the table. Because
she probably saw her mom. She probably saw her mom doing it all. But she was married, because that makes you think, okay, so maybe the husband was crap. She never had the father around, because you have absolutely no sense of what your contributions are supposed to be as a woman and what that man's contributions are. You're trying to and convince men that you're a good mate. How are they convincing you that they're a good mate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can only speculate unless we talk to ourselves and get that information. But he wasn't interested in the information. When she tried to explain how that she would make she's a good woman for a top tier man, presenting her credentials again, he stopped her. He wouldn't let her.
Well, to me, it seems like he was disregarding everything else she had to say. He was trying to base everything on her look. He asked her about that rating.
Mm-hmm.
He was just, he disregarded the whole thing about the income, everything she was so-called bringing to this proverbial table, which she was bringing a lot. He dismissed all that, and her sole focus was on her saying that she was a 5, or saying she was a 6 or a 5 without makeup. That's the only thing. So it's all about looks. That's BS.
Look and dress size.
This woman at work, she was shocked herself. Okay, this is a white woman, older woman. Her daughter is overweight, damn near legally blind, not attractive, and she got this attractive white man who has money to marry her. And they married today. They both didn't want kids. They had some things in common. They're both older, they're 40. They got married, okay? She was married before that, but I don't know what happened with that, but she's been married twice. And she's always been just not non-select. She don't have a whole bunch of degrees, didn't make a lot of money. How did she get a man? So you sit up here telling this woman that her at 35, with a half-grown child, her own business and everything, can't get a man without her looks.
And she's in good shape and everything.
And he's telling her basically that she has to date down. She has to date down to get somebody. But isn't that what a lot of black women have been doing all the time, dating down?
Mm-hmm.
But he's telling her, don't strive for more. You just date down, lower
your expectation. Are you going to live alone for the rest of your life? Are you going to die alone? That's what it was. He said, lower your expectation. Are you going to die alone?
So black women have to lower their expectations while black men should strive for and ask for more. I mean, I don't get that. Because that's what he's saying. I bet he's not telling any black men to lower their expectations. He's telling them, go get them. Go get supermodels. This is how you can get them. He's not telling them to do that. So which shows in itself that he places no value on black women, but all the value on black men. So you shouldn't even be listening to a guy like that. He's already biased.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hassan said, I think he was jealous because she's an entrepreneur. She's a businesswoman.
Yeah, she's doing all this on her own, even though she's a single mom now and has a child, has a 13-year-old son. She's doing this on her own. And for him saying she wasn't attractive, please. She's an average looking black woman. I mean, why was she unattractive? She wasn't unattractive at all. What? Because she wears weave and makeup? I'm so sick of hearing that, man. I'm so sick of hearing that. That has nothing to do with her being attractive or not. And when did all these black men all of a sudden hate weave and makeup? When they Google every Instagram model and all that crap, they can see with all the weave and makeup. Come on, man. Really? Now that's undesirable?
Yeah, I can't tell by your history on the Instagram model. It's all they're all hair and makeup. You don't know what's underneath all that. Shoot, if they can make a potato look good, what you think they're gonna do with a woman?
Exactly. It's like Ika said, he was definitely jealous because she don't fit that single mother welfare overweight role. Yeah, so it was like, okay, you're not this, you're not that, you're not that. Can't say those. So I'm gonna attack your looks and the fact that you're 35, which is not old. In black woman years, that's like 20. 35. Come on. Maybe a Becky might have been over the hill at 35, but not a black woman. That's young. Like, really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was going to find something to pick at.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can say she was on welfare, overweight. She said she was like a size 3. That's fucking little kid size to me. I'm like an 8, and I think like that. I mean, that's skinny. That's skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those narratives, he couldn't push those narratives. So
yeah, she fit the guideline of what they said that these men wanted. She's in physical shape. She's a single digit dress wearing a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So she got to spruce herself up a little bit with makeup. Hey, all women spruce themselves up with makeup.
And like I said before, what he was trying to do is, if you can beat enough black women down and get them to think less of themselves, then that's more women left over desperate for the derelicts to snatch up. That's what that's all about.
Yeah,
because these niggas that's living on people's couches, they gonna try to get that 6-figure woman and live off of her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is.
Homosexuals. Yeah, exactly. He's the wingman for the derelict Dusty.
Right. Yeah, and Emmanuel Briggs says running a 6-figure business is successful. Not everyone can do that. Not only to say that most businesses fail within the first year, I believe it is. Yeah. So I mean, she's doing great for herself.
Yeah, and she's doing it during COVID. Most businesses have gone downhill,
especially black businesses. Yeah, so come on. Don't listen to this dude. She should never listen to him. I know she's been all over and people have been showing it, and I feel sorry for her, but hopefully she's been hearing the positive things that people have been saying as well. Because this is ridiculous. I really hope. And if she happened to listen to this or hear anything, don't listen to that man or anybody like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been unselect all his life. Now he wants to try to get back at somebody.
Yeah.
And he's managed to just make money off of it. That's all that is. The bully turning the table, turning the bully person turning the tables. That's the vibes I get.
Yeah. So you go after your high value dude, and don't let it be just about his money. Because what's truly high value has nothing to do with money when it comes to men. Right. Just like women, what women bring to the table is intangible. You cannot put a dollar amount. There's no way to measure it.
Yeah.
Truly. But you notice when it's not there.
Now, what I would say is, if a woman that's not in her position with her own business and successful like she is, say a woman makes $30,000, $40,000 a year, and she says, "Hey, I want to get me a millionaire," that still might be possible, but don't overlook some of the dudes that do regular blue collar jobs. Some of them make good money. And they take care of you just as well. And don't overlook them, because it is a lot about character as well. You have these good dudes that are nice to you and will do anything for you. And even though he has a little bit of money, he'll still try to buy you things and everything. And I know friends of mine that are rejected dudes like that. He's not asking you to pay 50-50, even though it can really help him out, Really, don't reject dudes because of that. There's regular hard working dudes that got their stuff together. But being that she, has elevated herself to a place where a lot of Black women as well as Black men haven't, then why shouldn't she go for somebody that's, in her economic status or whatever, or above?
Exactly.
I think she has every right to do so if she wants to, and I think she could be successful in it if she's not listening to dirtbags like that. So, that's all.
Yeah. Oh, son. Son said, I think I saw the moment her spirit broke. That has made me sad because she really feels bad about herself. That is, yes, that is very sad. Yeah, because hey, she trusted him. She came to him. She watches his show. She believed he gives good advice. She didn't come there to be torn down. She was. Mhm.
First of all, I want to address this in the chat by Kendall Rollins said, "What is dating down? A Black woman who just happens to date a Black man?" No, that's not what we're talking about. Dating down, according to a lot of these dudes on YouTube, okay, a Black woman who's making $100,000 a year should be happy with a man who just maybe is working at McDonald's. That's what I'm talking about. Dating down. That is dating down. I don't care how you want to slice it and dice it. If this dude ain't the manager or like a franchise owner of that McDonald's, she's dating down. I'm sorry. If he's doing the fries, she's dating down. That's what I'm talking about, dating down. And according to these men, they feel like women should be just happy with that. Black women should be. So that's what we're talking about, not just making less than her. If he makes $5,000 less than her or $10,000 less than her, if he's a good man and got a good job and y'all happy together, fine. But I'm saying just dating any old body, just because you want to have a man, that's not healthy. And it's not beneficial to that woman. In the same way, it's not beneficial to a man to date somebody that's just, say, let me say, what's an example? If you don't want to date somebody who has 5 kids and who never worked and is on welfare, because we know there are people like that, and not trying to improve themselves, you shouldn't have to date that person either. It's the same way. Why should that woman have to settle for less than what she feels she's worth? A man is making the same or above. If he barely keep a job or got a different job every other week and never really builds anything for himself, she's dating down. And that's unfortunately, I know so many Black women that have gone through that.
Yeah. Then the guy resent them for making more money, and every word that come out of her mouth seems to him that she's talking down to him because she makes more money.
Right.
That's unbalanced, if it was something temporary that because of the economy he's working, but he's that's just a stepping stone to pay the bills until he get the job he wants, then you can work with that. But if he's fine where he's at and he don't want to do more, and he gets a woman who makes a high income, eventually he's going to resent her. He's going to swear up and down everything she comes out of her mouth is derogatory, down in his job, that he's not making enough money, or all kind of stuff. Any suggestion she make is because she's embarrassed that he's not making as much money as she is.
Right.
and I've seen that from that side, where the woman making more and he's way less, and that's just a temporary. Like he got laid off, so he had to temporarily take this job until the companies start hiring back again or taking employees back again, and everything that came out of her mouth was, "Oh, it's because you make more money than me. You don't preach what I do and stuff like that. My little job ain't enough." Everything that came out was about her making more money.
Yeah.
So,
And
so
meanwhile,
we're saying that.
he's talking about, hey, baby, I got promoted to the shake machine today. I mean, come on. I mean, good for you, but still, yeah, like you said, he's gonna feel less. He will resent her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I've heard men say they don't want to date a woman who makes more than them. I've heard men say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, I guess a man wants to feel like he's the one that's the provider. A real man does.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to feel like, hey, I'm the one on top. I'm the one providing for everybody. He don't want to feel like she taking care of him. What man wants to feel like that?
Yeah. And the reason why we say blue collar, people think blue collar don't make a lot of money and stuff
Right.
like that. Because their job is a little bit unusual. Like there's garbage men and maintenance men. Depending on what state they come from. Ooh, and they got unions. Oh, they make some money. They just don't show it, All you see is the guy who picking up your trash. You don't know that at his he got his own house, got his own car. Of course he has to go and bathe as soon as he get in the house, but hey, he makes a very good living.
Exactly. Because I can attest to that. I work with dudes in maintenance. So that's my department. And they make good money. And just like the garbage collector, hey, that might be the job might stink.
But they make some money.
I mean, that's for the right woman, that might be the man. And he might be a good dude. You can, come on. Like a lot of them blue collar guys that work in factories and stuff, great guys, make good money, got a stable job, 401k. Stability is one of the main things they are looking for. Mm-hmm. Stability, that's the point. Somebody if that's your career, fine. If you feel you're going to retire from that, you may be in a union, you may not. But stability, not some dude who oh baby, I had to quit this job because they was getting on my nerves every week. I've known people who had boyfriends and husbands like that. I'm like, dang, is he ever gonna stay anywhere? Is he ever? He always had an excuse for why he had to quit. Or maybe he got fired and was just lying, but mm-hmm. that kind of stuff. So women go through a lot of that stuff all the time, and you get tired of it. And why should she have to settle? I don't think she has to settle. She should be able to find somebody at her economic status that's a good dude, right at there or above, maybe.
Yeah. Hassan says a union worker or a security guard. Shoots. Mm-hmm. Security guards make some good money, but women don't see them. They're looking for the guy in the suit, in the nice car, and stuff like that. It's like, no, most of the time that's a front. Or they max out their credit cards paying for all that stuff. They don't really be having money like that.
And $80,000 or $90,000 a year, depending on the cost of living or where you are, that's very good. Say, if that dude makes $80,000 a year and you make $30,000 or $40,000, y'all can actually fare very well in the right area. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's all about that as well. Because where I live at, the cost of living is pretty damn low, and I do all right just by myself. So if I got a dude that made $80,000 a year, shit, we'll be living large. But don't think I should be making more in covering all the bills. Well, I mean, why would I be doing that?
Mhm.
I could do. I mean, I could just. If I'm covering all the bills by myself already, what do I need him for? So, I mean, he can still be my man or whatever, but he gonna live in his own place, right? You know. I'm not gonna be doing no. It just don't make sense. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't have to make six figures, 70, 80, 90,000 combined with your the household income. Y'all be doing well in the right area.
Yeah, Shooks, in my area, Shooks, if you make 50,000, you're good.
Yeah,
They
same
get
here.
all over you. Someone might not understand 50,000 a year. They used to, paycheck to paycheck, but they can figure it out. They know 50,000 a year is good. Shooks, even 35,000 a year looks good.
No, I don't know about that. I don't think I can survive.
I know it is. Oh, but so Shooks, 89, they probably wouldn't know what to do with themselves with some dudes 100,000 a year. Like, ooh, he's making money.
All right.
All right. Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, it's all about perspective. Like I said, there's no exact science for this stuff. And I mean, there's no exact science to attraction and to what makes a person interested in you. Nobody's ever been able to figure that out. Because it's really crazy. You walk around and you see these very unattractive dudes walking around with very fine women, and these women or these men don't have money, don't have a lot of money, but maybe they have something else that woman is looking for, and vice versa. I've seen very attractive men walking around with less attractive women, far less attractive, and they love each other to death, and it's a real relationship, and ain't no money changing hands in that way. Nothing like that. They love each other. So the laws of attraction aren't really set in stone. There's nothing concrete about them. It's crazy. So for him to sit his ugly self up there and try to tell this woman she gonna die alone, it really disgusts me. It really does.
Yeah. Okay. Kendall said that's okay as long as you don't pick a white boy. That's what a lot of this type of rhetoric leads to.
And about a white boy.
He's saying that's what a rhetoric leads to. No.
What rhetoric? What rhetoric?
I have no idea. I guess we're talking about income. No. What's probably going to lead to that is the hating on black women. And they're going to accept love where they can get love. And if it happens to be the white boy, since the black men ain't loving them, Well,
all I see is we haven't been saying anything about no white boy. Only thing we're saying is talking about dating down. So if she doesn't date somebody from McDonald's, she got to go get a white boy? I mean, who said that? Who said anything like that?
I don't know. I guess he figured that's where the conversation was going to lead to.
That's the thing you seem to hear a lot of, okay? If a woman says she wants to have some standards for herself, then it's got to always go into something else or lead to something else. Nobody said anything about that. There's plenty of black men that make $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. They don't have to be six-figure dudes. But why would she date somebody that's making $15,000 a year working the fries at McDonald's? So that's all I'm saying. I know black dudes that make good money.
Yeah.
So I mean,
we was talking about there are guys that make that six figure, but you don't know it by their jobs or even the high end of the five figures because their job doesn't look like it does. That's why garbage men are usually overlooked. Maintenance men are usually overlooked.
Well,
Security guards, all these other blue collar jobs, they actually do make quite a bit of money. She should be looking for a 6-figure man as some guy in a suit who's all flashy and know the latest style for men and stuff like that. She should be looking for the man that that falls in the blue collar category. She'll find that he does make that amount of money or as close to it that it don't make no difference.
Hey, Dane. Okay, for a second, we're like this whole time we've been talking about blue collar dudes and all this stuff like that. Never once mentioned a white dude. Okay, but Mika says I get what Kendall is saying because these YouTube folks are equating dating down with being with a black man. So if they're equating dating, this is not that type of channel. For one thing. Number two, if you think that dating down means dating a black man, if any person thinks that, then they're sorely mistaken. That's not what dating down is. Just because people believe that doesn't mean it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Some people believe it's a fucking Bigfoot too, but we don't know if that's true. So, yeah. So I mean, that's when nobody think about. We talk about. That's why we talk about blue collar dudes. That's the majority of black men in America are blue collar workers.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that mean? The ones who are talking about dating down, I don't know, maybe they're looking for men that are making, $1 million a year. I don't know what they're looking for. We're talking about the average black dude, hardworking black man.
And besides, it was no woman that said she should date down. That was a black man. So you should be.
That's a black man said that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about, when I talk about dating down, it don't, for real, if you want to get to the real, it don't matter what color the man is. If his ass is working at McDonald's doing the fries, you dating down. I don't care. What do you mean? I mean, I use an example of the job he was doing, not his race, matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
So if it don't make no difference. So you're saying because he's black, even if he's working at McDonald's, a black woman should be happy? Nah, partner, I ain't going with that. I'm just not going. I'm just not going with that because no.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's what he's doing with his life as a man is what determines whether you're dating down or not.
Yeah.
That's even better, Hassan. That's even better, Hassan. If he's the manager at McDonald's, to my understanding, some of them make pretty decent money, depending on how long they've been doing it. My ex-husband, his ex-girlfriend's new husband was a manager for years at McDonald's, and I understood that he made pretty good money. But I'm talking about somebody working the fries, maybe the shake machine, and ain't striving to do nothing else. And a lot of these dudes online think that that's what black women should just be happy with. So I mean, that's even better. Yeah, if he's a manager, shit, he might be the manager and ended up buying a franchise of his own. That's happened. That shows that he's taking the initiative. He's trying to advance himself. He's trying to improve. But if you're not trying to do more than that and you think somebody should just be happy with that, really? It's like, come on, that shows you that that shows me that you don't value me as a person if you think I don't deserve more. That's telling me you think I don't deserve more. Exactly. A person that's a manager is at least a stable person. They might go, like I said, they franchise owner they become sometimes after that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're moving up in the world.
Yeah. Because I knew my GM, he gets shares into the McDonald's he was working at. Well, actually, it was a Popeyes, but anyway,
Mm-hmm.
that he worked at. And I know they have that opportunity, and shoots, they can buy shares, as many shares they want until they become owner. Or actually, you're right. One of them started off as buying shares, and he became that particular franchise owner.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that happens.
Hmm.
But somebody who's just running the fries, come home, lay on the couch, play PlayStation, and say, I'm sick of this job, but ain't trying to do nothing about it. That kind of stuff. And you got to admit, a lot of us are women, a lot of black women deal with stuff like that. If the dude even has a job at all. So I mean, are you telling black women that they just shouldn't want more? They shouldn't have any standards? Because I'm not going for that. You might as well. I think that's why a lot of them are just by themselves, because you might as well be alone, because you're taking on an extra mouth to feed, take care of, and you don't know if he might have a job the next day. Come on.
Yeah.
You're talking about the job itself, what he's doing. He could be making $40,000 a year. He just started at a new job, but he'll be like, "Hey, by next year, I'm going into this. I'm going to apply for this job, this position, and I'm going to be moving up. I think I can get it." He has ambition. He's doing something with himself. You got to start somewhere. But if you're not trying to do anything with your life, then you can get the hell on.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna lay up on me and just be that. If I tried to strive for more. I'm at my job. I've been at my job almost 20 years, and I make decent money. Why can't you be the same, especially if you my same age? How was I able to try to do more and you couldn't? We're the same age, or if you older. It seems like you should be far more advanced than me. If you older, you should have got somewhere in life. And I know there are setbacks that black men and black women face, but there's some that there's some obstacles that can be you can jump that hurdle. There are some. I mean, just basic things. A lot of black people, they do pretty well for themselves. Men and women.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yes, you can get a trade and make good money. You can get a trade, like Son said. You can be a welder. Welders make good dang money. Man, I used to say, man, I wish I knew how to weld. I wish I wasn't scared of the flames. Because, I mean, man, it's like, with decent welding, how to, build stuff like that. You can make good money. You can start your own company. You get good at it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Kendall says nobody said that, but in this country, we all know that the white boy is making more than the black man on a national level. A lot of black women take this as an excuse to be with white men.
No, I don't think that's the case. It's not a lot. There's some. For one thing, I don't think it's a lot of time it's about the money when they get with them. I think it's more about the commitment and the wanting to stick around a lot of times. I think that's what they're seeing, because I don't think it's all the time about the money. I think, I truly believe if the majority of black men were sticking around and being fathers and treating the women right, I don't think the money would matter. I really don't. I really do not at all. That's my firm belief. So I think that's why they're thinking about going other places and trying to see if the grass is greener. Because I think if these guys were just like the best guys and not, devaluing them, calling them bitches and hoes and all that stuff and saying they're less than and you too dark and this and that, I don't think money would matter. They would just make a way out of no way. Like our parents and grandparents did. This is like, I don't care. We just gonna struggle together and we love each other and we doing good like that. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know the reasons. I really don't know the true reasons why black women date out, but I think might have something to do with that. So you
Well,
know, it might have
and
something to do with
a
that.
lot of these women says black men ain't looking for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if you notice, quite a few of them they dated black men. They tried, and then they just finally gave up. It was this white boy is chasing after them, is showing them love and all that other stuff. So you'd be like, okay, my own people ain't looking for me. I wanna, I want love and a family and stuff like that. Well,
yeah. Just like somebody said on another person's stream that I was listening to today. This black woman said she waited and waited and held out for the right black man till she got to the point where she's past her fertile years. She never got married, never had any kids, and some women are just not willing to wait on that. She did. She was a trooper, and it got her nothing. So I'm not promoting that at all, but I can understand. I truly can understand. Some people don't want to wait on that.
uh-huh.
They think they're going to be waiting forever. So, I mean, I'm not going to tell somebody not to do nothing. That's what they do is up to them. What makes them happy. But
Yeah,
there's different reasons for these things.
we see a lot more black men with white women than we do white women with black men. What there's a negative. I mean, there's like a 0.001% of black women
Yeah.
that actually go.
I would say it is increasing. I think that I would say that it is increasing, but that's only just while it's been the majority of black men for years, So, I mean, I think it's increasing now because women are just thinking like, well, if I want to have me a family and I want to, have a stable life and don't want to be alone, then I'm just going to have to go somewhere else. That's what they're figuring. And then some are just, saying, I'm going to wait. Maybe I'll find me somebody and maybe they do. But, that's just a big ass chance to take with the rest of your life. I guess that's how they figure, so I don't know. But, yeah, it's just, life is kind of hard and, there's just no playbook for everything.
Now, Kimber, come on now. So a white man is better. He's doing that to Pretty Black Magic because shoot, I'm gonna have to turn off my phone.
What did he say? Pretty Black Magic. So a white man is a better choice if he can provide you a little more trinkets, even though he will never love you and only fetishize you. They have never loved you and they never will. Okay.
Yeah.
So where's all these black men that's knocking down the doors for black women and providing them with trinkets? That's what I want to know.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I hear the opposite. Black women ain't shit. Black women ain't worth nothing. They worth $5. They got weave. They got makeup. How's that supposed to make somebody feel? How is that really supposed to make you feel, though?
And Kim, I resent that about a few more trinkets. It ain't about trinket. It's not about money. It's about him showing love and stuff like that. If the black man was just okay, we know we got some of them, but y'all, the guys in here, y'all all taken for. There's not enough for y'all.
Yeah.
Saying that y'all love women, y'all expressing love for women, defending us. But yet we see everywhere we turn around, we see black men with white women. We hear on YouTube these black men that has this thing for us, hate us, wish we're gone, plan on leaving us behind and go off with their non-black women.
And you know what? To that point, though, when I've seen, because if you look at certain things or you look at a certain stream, how your recommendations come up in YouTube, a lot of stuff pops up because I listen to Cynthia G and I listen to different people talking about, the interracial dynamics. So a lot of these channels will pop up. I click on these channels and look, these black women, they ain't with no men that's millionaires that can provide more trinkets. But they're just in regular family settings, average working class people, and they're having kids with them, and they're there with them, and they're staying with them. That's about all I've been seeing. I haven't seen nothing sensational, so I don't know. I don't understand what they mean about triggers. They seem to think it's about the money all the time, and it's not. I think it's more about stability. It's more about stability. So, I mean, I'm not defending them. People can do what they want to, but don't get upset. I mean, that sounds like I don't know. I don't know what that sounds like. I'm not going to say what that sounds like because I'm about to go and watch me some TV. This is too much talking about kitten heels. Hopefully he gets so much backlash that he'll I don't know, maybe he'll try to, no, he probably won't try to change what he say because he making money off of it. But he needs some more backlash though, because that dude is just wrong for telling that woman that. Mm-hmm. And I think it was just totally wrong.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think my uncles and them live in that same area. I had one of them. He went the Asian route because the white women were too easy. He said it was like shooting fish in a barrel. he said it's even worse because the fish jump into your hands. He's
wow.
Like, so.
Well, yeah, and I understand that too. Pretty Black Magic. She's saying that black men fetishize her because she's very light skinned with blue green eyes. Now, my daughter is very light skinned because her dad was biracial, and she says she feels the same way. They only are they really looking at her, or they just looking at her light skin? So that's another dynamic that, like, a lot of people aren't happy with that. They're not gonna say, "Ooh, I'm preferred because I'm light skinned." Some people ain't happy with that. As obviously, Pretty Black Magic is not down with that. She wants somebody to love her for her, not for her skin color. So it's a lot of different things that come with this dating stuff, and trying to find a good mate. It's just a lot of stuff is just like I said. There's no playbook for it. There's no playbook for it at all, and it sucks. Nobody wants to go through this crap at all. I think for every black person, I'm not going to say every black person, but most black people, they just assume they're going to find another black person, marry, settle down, and live happily ever after. But I guess that don't happen all the time. So you got to kind of improvise sometimes. I don't know. But I love y'all. Thanks for having me up here. I hope I didn't talk too much. I'm about to go watch TV. Peace and love to everybody in the chat. Have a good night. Love y'all. Bye.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Kendall goes, come on, y'all. Studies have shown that it's virtually impossible for a white person to ever love a black person, man or woman. This is all by design. We're the only people on earth who behave like this. Okay. All right. Okay. It's impossible. Hey. Well, if it's impossible, they fooling the people that they with. Or it's so bad that what little that the white man shows is more than what they were getting from the black men, which is probably why they married them. Okay. Oh, hey, happy 365 days around the sun. Hey, happy birthday, Ebony.
I love you, man. Welcome. Thank you.
Ben ratted you out.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Son says, since we're told how undesirable we are and we die alone, according to black men, also we outnumber black men. I mean, apparently, black women should be so lucky to have someone put a ring on it. LOL. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But we weren't advocating black women to go to white men. That's not what we was trying. We was trying to let her know that she's being blinded by a stereotype of what a successful black man is, a six-figure man is, and stuff like that. Six-figure man is not always the guy in the suit who work in business. He could be the truck driver that be delivering the goods to the store you go to. He could be the maintenance man that's cleaning the building that you go to, or the bank, or has his own cleaning business. He could be the security guard at all these different stores and banks and businesses that you see around. He could be the garbage man that is picking up the garbage in your neighborhood. You That's what we was talking about, Kendall. We was talking about she need to stop looking high on some pedestal with some stereotype of what a successful black man is or what a 100-figure man is. Shoots, there's some construction workers that's a 6-figure man is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we mean. That's what we were talking about. Oh, he may have an auto shop. Oh yeah, shoots. The mechanics never stop working. Shoots, you can't tell the mechanic is making money because he's so busy working. He don't really have too much time to change. He may look like the dusty, dirtiest man you see, but dang it, he be fixing on some cars. Once he gets home away from the shop, and he cleans up good. He's making money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kendall. Okay, let's see. Exactly, they were not capable of loving a black person. Okay, okay, they're not capable. Okay, good. That don't matter to us. We're not trying to go white. We're not trying to steer anybody to go white. Kendall, then why do so many black men hate black women and girls? Oh wait, I'm supposed to be used and abused by any black man I meet. Effing no. Oh, okay. A lot of black women just want commitment and stability. That has nothing to do with Brad. Not to mention, most of us ain't attracted to Brad. It's like, ew. I don't even take them seriously. Truck drivers make big money too. Oh, yes, truck drivers do. You don't know it. They constantly on the road. You need to talk to their wives. Look at the houses that their wives are in. Trust me. Every truck driver I've met, especially the be doing them long haul stuff like that, their house is nice. They're talk to their wife. Although she might not tell you too much, thinking you're after her man. There's a few that's a little paranoid like that. But yeah, that's because the man makes some money. Okay, all right. Let's see. Black women forget they have other men of color on the planet. Facts. I met many, and they come from good families and treat me well. Facts. Yes, truck drivers, long haul, and hardly at home. Yeah, some women don't mind it. They're okay with that. Depends on how long. They probably coordinate some plan. Well, yeah. Either okay. I'm either ill at the thought, or I don't see them as a sexual object. It's like they neutered. I don't even think of them as having a sex. I just that's how uninterested I am. Uh, Yeah, you may see us oohing and eyeing over some movie stuff, but we don't really want him, and stuff like that. I don't want to see him naked. I'm not interested in getting bed. Oh, yeah, stuff like that. I'm not looking to make a life with him. You know. Okay, there are some truck driving jobs where they can be home daily. Yes, there are there are plenty of them too. I know quite a few that do. Yeah, and they're home every day at about 5, 6 o'clock. I know one couple. They work for the same company, different ends of it. She makes more money than him, and she was a little worried because she got a raise. She works in the administrative part of it. Her job is so important that if she takes a sick leave, the company ain't doing no business. They ain't moving. So, so she had to learn. She had to work from home early. Um, yeah. So she got it read accordingly, and it was, and she told him about it. He was like, "Oh, okay, good. We're gonna save that extra and stuff like that. We were doing fine with where your check was, where my check was. We're just gonna save the extra." Uh-huh. I was crazy. I don't want to see. Yeah. So you hear women drooling about black women drooling about a movie star, and we want to see them naked, what do we say? Idris Elba, Denzel Washington. Let me see. I'm trying to think. That's my two favorites. Yeah, that's why I was so mad that all the Denzel movies, at the most, you might see him shirtless. That's it. You don't get no low. You don't get him in his boxers. And even then, he might be in a shirt that just happened to be open. Let's see. Let's see. It's ideal to get a black man, but if you can't find a decent one that you don't have to take care of, I suppose you're supposed to die alone, like Kitten Hills said. Oh, I'm gonna stump Kitten Hills with his kitten heels. Okay, I know a lot of truck drivers and they do well. Exactly. I'm not saying for black women to be with Brad. You have many melanated men on the planet. Most black women too blind or refuse to find a better deal. On the other side. I'm on the other side, not coming back. Yeah, she's not saying. Yeah, exactly. There's other black men in the world. It's not just not in America. Shoots, we got the whole diaspora to choose from. Okay, there are plenty of black women that do well. You just have to find the one that actually wants black women. Exactly. Oh, hey, Max.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's up, ladies' night?
Okay. Well,
Abby, happy birthday, Abby.
Thank you, Mr. Wans.
You're welcome. What's up, Dane?
not much. Kendall is seemed to be obsessed with the idea that we should be talking about Brad,
yeah,
and Brad never
yeah,
even crossed our minds.
yeah. I was checking Kindle. Well, some brothers. You have to understand. There's a lot of crazy stuff on social media,
Mm.
and he is right. There are a lot of people associating dating down with black men. There is a lot of that going on. Okay, so my whole thing is that we're missing something very important about relationships. All of this six figures and eight figure, well, not eight figures, six figures and high value and all this crap. It doesn't mean anything if you don't love the person or the person don't love you.
Exactly.
That's how relationships last. That's how marriages last for 20, 30 years, 40 years. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can get somebody who makes six figures and wears a suit, whatever, but over time, looks start to erode. You're not going to look the same way you did in 1970 as you will in 2021. The body goes through changes. You're going to look different unless you are a avid person who works out. Your body's going to go through changes, and you're not going to look the same. I'm not saying you're going to become hideous. Well, in some cases, people do become hideous.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you were to Becky, she becomes hideous the longer she stays on this earth. She actually goes backwards in looks. Okay, so, but at that point, when the looks fade and all of the so-called attraction takes a back seat, what do you have then? Can you live with the person? Can you stand aside of the person for 24 hours a day? Yeah, you got money and he wears a suit or she wears a nice dress, but at the end of the day, can you really live with each other? At some point, that high value, it won't be able to carry the day. What's going to carry the day and carry the day all the way to the end is love. If you don't have that connection, and if you don't have that, then you won't be able to stay with each other. So as soon as you lose the effects of the high value, what if Mr. High Value loses his ability to work or loses his ability to stay high value? Then what? What do you have? Do you have a woman that's loving enough to stay by your side? What if a man makes a lot of money and then all of a sudden he gets hurt and can't work for a whole year or 2 years, or might not be able to do that kind of work again, depending on what the injury is? And say he goes from making 6 figures, right, down to making $15,000, $20,000 a year because that's all he can do, because he can't do what he used to do because he got an injury. Okay? And so now what? What happens now? The high value goes away. Okay? And now all of a sudden, if you're injured, say you can't walk, or you walking with a limp, or you may have something that may deform your body or whatever, some kind of injury that may cause a deformity. Now we're talking about imagery, right?
Uh-huh.
Now all of a sudden he's not this straight, tall man with these broad shoulders that you fell in love with. Now he has an injury, he walks with a gimp, or there's something wrong with him now. And now all of a sudden he's not as high value as he was when you met him.
Uh-huh.
Now what? What carries the day now? See, this is the danger of believing this kind of rhetoric, because this kind of rhetoric doesn't promote love at all. It just promotes being superficial.
Uh-huh.
You know, it promotes money over love. It promotes
Status.
status over love. I don't know who said that somebody can't go after whoever they want to go after. There is no limit of who you can fall in love with. What if a millionaire meets a so-called woman who was deemed a 4 or a 3, right? And he falls in love with her. He's got millions. She doesn't have anything. Matter of fact, she's been classified as a 3 or 4. But there's something about her that he likes. There's something about her personality that he can't stay away from. There's something about the way she smiles or how beautiful her eyes are that sticks in his heart that he can't get enough of. So he falls in love with her and wants to marry her. What? Are you going to tell him he can't do that because she's a 3? Are you going to tell this very rich man that he can't marry this woman that he done fell in love with because you think she's a 4? I mean, who is going to pay attention to that? So who gets to say who goes with who? How does that look now when you sitting there, right? And we all probably have done this. I know guys have done this a lot. I don't know about women, but guys, when we're young, we often fall in love over and over in our minds. Every girl that we think looks cute, we fall in love with. It's in our mind. We got to start playing in our mind. Man, I'm going to marry her. She's going to be my wife. I remember when I was, 14, 15, I was going to marry Stephanie Mills. Because I don't know why, but she just looked beautiful to me. Right? All guys have this going through their minds at some point. Okay? Are you going to tell a person that they can't be with someone they like or someone that they are in love with or fell in love with simply because you think that person is ranked at a 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever? How are you going to stop? How are you going to do that? I don't understand that. And then the most important part of the relationship, you can say whatever you want, But it's going to come down to this. It's going to come down to love. And no, there was no dollar amount that can be put on love. This is why these people who are broken always try to tell you that love is made up in some factory somewhere. According to these guys, you can go to Walmart and buy you a jar of love. They don't think love is real. I assure you, love is extremely real. It's very real. And at the end of the day, that's what you're going to need to have happiness. There's no amount of money. There's no amount of high value or low value or middle value, sideways value, 360 degrees value can make you happy. The only thing at the end of the day that can make you happy is love. And that's the only thing that's going to keep you with someone is love. And these guys don't preach love. They preach superficial stuff. They preach status. They preach things that really don't add up to a hill of the beans in the long run. They really don't. Because at some point, the guys are going to be cheating on their tummies, you get the beer bellies or whatever. Some women are going to wear more makeup when they get older because they become conscious that they may be losing their looks. What happens when you meet this woman and she was a knockout, right? Now you're 50 years old. She doesn't have the body that she used to have, but she didn't have 4 children for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't look the way she look. Are you going to tell her, look, I don't want to be with you because you don't look the way I look? When I first got with you, you was this hot number, and I had you rated at a 9 or a 10. Now you're a 2. Never mind the fact that you don't have 4 beautiful children. You're supposed to still be a 9 or a 10. You're a 2 now. As a matter of fact, I'm upset that you had children, because before you had those children, you were a 9 or a 10. Now that you had these children, they done messed your body up, but now you're a 2 or a 3, and I don't want to be with you anymore. Never mind the fact that we don't have 4 beautiful children. I don't care nothing about that. All I care about is that you were a 9 or a 10 when I married you. I don't care if you had kids and they done ruined your body or whatever. I expect you to still be a 9 or a 10. How does that sound? What if when she met you, you was this big, strong, broad-shouldered, handsome dude who can walk around on his own, kick ass and take names? You were her knight in shining armor. You were a 10 in her eyes. Now you're 50-some years old, 40-some years old. You broke down. Your knees are shot. You don't walk straight up anymore. You walk hunched over, bent over because your knees are shot. You don't brush your teeth that much anymore. Your breath smells like garbage. You're not as sharp as you used to be. You're in pain all the time. You're complaining. You don't do the work you used to do. You don't dress the way you used to dress. And now you got gray hairs. You're complaining. And your knees are shot. And your back is messed up. And you know what happens when a man's back messed up? That means once a man's back is messed up, he has to start to have all problems in the bed. Because he can't sustain nothing because his back is weak. So now you done lost your performance in the bed. You got gray hair. Now they're calling you Mr. Gray. Your breath is on the 50-50 line, even with Listerine, right? Your knees are shot. Can't stand up straight anymore. Now them broad shoulders feel like a couple of weights because you bent over. And your back is shot. So how should she feel? Should she tell you, well, you know what? I need to divorce you now because you done went from a 10 down to a 3. I don't care about we had kids. I don't care if the kids ran you ragged. I don't care if the kids done ran you. I don't care if your knees are shot. I don't care what happened to you over the last 30 years. I expect you to still be the 10 that I married and still be this upright, walking, strong, handsome dude that I married 30 years ago. Now, should she Hit the road, Jack? I mean, you know what? You went from a 10 to a 2. Now what? That's how ridiculous this is. That's how crazy this is. This stuff has no love in it. That's one of the reasons why we shouldn't pay this stuff any mind. We shouldn't engage in it. It has no love in it. Take it from somebody who's been married for nearly 20 years. At the end of the day, what's going to carry you is love. High value is not going to carry you. Imagery is not going to carry you. None of this other BS is going to carry you. What's going to carry you is love. If you cannot love each other, then you won't be able to stay together. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you think you look like. If you don't have love, at the end of the day, you're going to lose.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's about love. That's what we've been trying to say. It's about love. You cannot judge. There's no formula to win the man or woman that you're after. You just got to, you got to try it. They're gonna love you or they're not gonna love you. If they're not gonna love you, move on. They love you. They're gonna love you regardless.
Yeah, because the men don't want to show them love. That's why.
And then check this out, right, family? If you used to be that big, strong, burly man, and now you broke down and beat up from years of work and all this other stuff, and you ain't nothing like you used to be, and now your woman on some shit, well, you a 2. And then you turn around and tell her, well, you know what? You ain't gonna get no better than me. She gonna be like, shoot, what you talking about? I can't beat the young men off with a stick. Now what?
And more likely it's true. I've heard it say, dang it, I'm 50-something years old and I got these young men coming after me.
Now, I want you guys to think about something. See, another thing that's dangerous about listening to these guys, right? They always tell you only one side of the story. They don't tell you about the other side. See, when you're a man and you work hard and over time we debilitate because we work physical a lot, we want our women to appreciate the hard work that we've done. We like to sit back and look at the fruits of our labor. Many of us get a lot of glory out of seeing our wife do good and our children do good from our hard work. But what if she doesn't appreciate you for that? What if you don't bust your ass for 30 years and you done gave her this big old house, children, cars she don't want to need for nothing, and now you broke down and you need a little tender love and care, and you need your woman to be there for you in your older years, and she on some man F you. You ain't a 10 no more. I ain't got to listen to you. What you gonna do? Your knees is shot. You can't catch nobody. If I run out this house with another man, what you gonna do? Run after us without falling? You won't be able to run without falling down. Your knees gonna give out. What you gonna do? You an old man now. And this is what happens when you also get with a woman that's half your age.
I was thinking
you 50, you 50-some years old, she 20-some. The moment you blow your bad old man breath on her, she may get offended and jet. What you gonna do? And then another thing, what if you put in all this hard work and your woman don't appreciate it? She don't want to hear nothing. You 50-some years now, and you can't do what you used to do, and she still expect you to do the same goddamn thing. She expect you to remain a 10, regardless of the fact. This is the type of pressure and the unrealistic expectations that you're putting on them. You're telling the woman that no matter what, she can't change. No matter what, she has to remain to be in a 10 or 9 or 7 or 8. If she gets pregnant and have kids, you don't care nothing about that. Anything happens to her and she don't maintain her looks, you don't care nothing about that. As a matter of fact, if she don't maintain her looks, you going elsewhere. If she does have a kid and puts on the weight, you going elsewhere. So you putting all these unrealistic expectations on her. What if the role reversed? How would you feel if she does it to you? That's what they don't tell you guys. That's the dangerous game that you play when you get into this shit, because women can play that same game. And I'm gonna tell you right now, fellas, you're not gonna beat no woman in the long run over no looks. You can hang that shit up. Okay? You do not outvalue a woman when it comes down to a relationship. Men are going to be after women regardless of the fact. Men is a little bit different. You understand what I'm saying? But with women, they're women, bro. Men are going to be after women all the time. All the time. See, a lot of women can take you or leave you. Okay, they'll go somewhere else, or some women can go without or whatever. Men are different. And y'all know we're different. Ain't none of that going on. Men are going to be after women all the time, so there ain't no defeating her in that area. She's gonna always have the upper hand because she's a woman. And quite frankly, men are after women more than women are after men. Women are sought after way more than men are.
Yeah, that's why they're jealous.
Right, so you don't have no wins there. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on here. I don't know what you're trying to convince guys of. So my thing is, when you guys listen to this garbage, better pay attention, man. You're playing with fire. And like I said, at the end of the day, what's going to rule the day is going to be love. It ain't going to be nothing else.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to come up here and commandeer or anything. I just wanted to throw my 2 cents into the hat.
Well, since it started off as about you and your rant, well, hey, you just gave us another one. Yeah. And Bill Mort says her mom is 75, she still got men after her. Shooks, I know one.
Exactly. Hold on. That's exactly right, because I seen a 70-year-old black woman with silver hair, and she was gorgeous. When she told me she was 71, I almost fell. I couldn't believe how beautiful this black woman was. She was 71 years old and was extremely attractive. And she didn't have on any makeup. She just took very good care of herself. She had no blemishes on her skin. She had a nice brown tone. She was in shape. 71.
Yep.
So I'm telling you right now, you're not going to outdo women. You might as well forget about it. I don't know who y'all trying to fool, what games you playing, what kind of delusional escapades you're on. You're not outdoing women. It's not meant for you to outdo women. It's never going to happen. They hold the cards when it comes down to intimacy, when it comes down to relationships. They hold all the cards. Now, you can sit up here and act like it's something else if you want to. That's your prerogative. But you'll be on that limb by yourself. Because men who know what time it is know what's going on. Ain't no beating them. Y'all can get that out of your head right now. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. And they're not being chased by 75-year-olds, 71 years old. They're being chased by men half their age.
Yeah.
I know of an 80-year-old right now who's being chased by a 40-year-old. He tried to get in a fight with her son because he thought her son was her other man. Yeah. So
Well, that sounds kind of weird, right there. I mean, that's that. Wow, I'm trying to picture that right now. That's a
okay.
bit.
She's 80. The dude that's after is 40. He's doing everything he
Yeah,
can.
but you see, I got the whole right, but the whole thing. Okay, she's 80, he's 40, and then the son is in there. How old's the son? 20.
No, her son is 40. Oh, I think he's almost. Wait a minute, we're about the same age. He's almost 50. He came to check
Okay,
on his
so
mom because he hadn't heard
I
from
see.
him.
Okay, so
And
you have an 80-year-old, a 50-year-old, a 40-year-old.
Mhm.
So the son is 10 years older than.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So
He come and check on his mom. He used his key to his mom's house because she wasn't answering.
I don't blame him, man. I would be tripping too, man. Dude, man, my mom 80 years old, bro. What you doing around here? Yeah, I don't blame him. I'd be upset about it. Yeah. I'd be fighting with him too.
Yeah.
Hey, what you want to do at my mom's house, dog?
He didn't even get a
Yo,
chance
I think
to
your
do
mama. Hey, man, me and your mama. We want to see. We seeing each other. What? Nigga, my mama 80 years old. Fuck are you talking about? Y'all seeing each other. Hey man, age ain't nothing but a number. Yeah, it's called 80, motherfucker. She old.
that.
Fuck you mean it ain't nothing but a number? See, that's some pervert shit.
Yeah.
See, when you telling me some shit like that, right? I'ma think you got a problem. She 80, you 40, you telling me age ain't nothing but a number, I got a problem with that. Cause now I'm gonna think you some fucking weirdo trying to do something crazy and sexually deviant to my mother. Yeah, I might hit you over the head with a champagne bottle. Anything I got my hands on, because I'm 50, I probably don't fight no more, but I'm gonna bust you over the head with something. Seriously, and you better hope I ain't got my burner on me. Don't come to me talking crazy, talking about something. Hey, man, my mom 80, you 40, talking about something. Age ain't nothing but a number. Man, I'm going to clock you over the head with something, bro.
I think from what I was told the story, I didn't get that far. Okay, he's saying goodbye to his mother and she hugs him. He come from wherever he was at and said, "Get your hands off my woman. You get your own woman. Leave mine alone." He's like, man.
Come on now. I mean, listen now. How would you feel if your mama 90 and this nigga 40? Somebody gonna say something about that. Imagine y'all was at a cookout, right? Your mama show up, she's 90. This cookout. Usually when a woman lives that long, she just called mother. She called mother or mama. Everybody in the family, mama or mother. Mother McAllister. Mama McAllister. Mama, mother, big mama. She done earned that title. They don't even know what her real name is anymore. They just call her mama. Okay? Like, what's her real name? I don't know. I forgot 30 years ago. Just call her mama. Everybody knows who she is. You done brought mama to the cookout, and some little punk ass nigga show up. He 40 years old. She 90. Talking about me and mama in love. What? And you start getting. Then you see, you wrong when you beat the nigga down with a barbecue rib, right? Now, when you going upside this nigga head with a barbecue rib, you wrong because society says it's a consensual thing. Right? She's 90. She has every right to make up her own mind. He's 40. They're grown adult. I don't see it that way, man. You see, I don't see no difference between 80 and 90. If I'm going to beat you down with a barbecue rib and she's 90, I may beat you down with if I'm gonna beat you down with 2 barbecue ribs, if she's 90, or if I beat you down with 2 barbecue ribs if she's 80, I'm gonna beat you down with a whole slab when she's 90, right? So either way, you're gonna get your ass kicked at the barbecue. There's no getting away from that ass whooping, right? And you come up to me telling me, "Oh, yeah, man, my girl here, he 40. Oh, okay, you got a girl with you? I'm thinking he bringing some 35, 40, Know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And then you come over here talking about, hey, here's my new date. Oh, look, I see my mama, she's 90. Nigga, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Oh well.
We gon' fight under the grill. That's some perverse shit, man.
Well, according to her, he's not doing anything. He's courting her.
I don't give look, man. I'm a whoop. He gonna get his ass whooped. We're not gonna have no intellectual conversation. We're not gonna think about nothing. It's gonna whoop your ass, bro. There's some things you don't talk about. There's some things just deserve a straight ass whooping. No conversation, nothing to think about. You know what I'm saying? You just take it to the nigga. I mean, something like that. My mama 90. We don't even remember her name anymore, brother. You talking about age ain't a number? That's your sweetheart? Matter of fact, can you tell me what my mama's name is? Because I can't even remember it. She's been living so long, I forgot what her name is. No? And then, what if you call your mom by her real name? She's 90 years old, he's 40. Yeah, Dolores and I, we looking to elope. Who is Dolores? Who is that? Is that your new girlfriend? Yeah, Dolores. Yeah, but who is that? You ain't thinking about your mama. You're like, you know, my mama named Dolores. But that ain't the one you thinking about. You're thinking about some other woman named Dolores. Like, okay, she must got a... Where's she at, man? I don't see her around here. No. But there she goes sitting over there. Who? Where? Right there. No, that's my mama sitting over there. Well, that's my girl. That's Dolores. What? See, that's when you start messing up the whole cookout.
Mm-hmm.
You just start grabbing shit, throwing it, swinging it. Everybody get mad. Everybody fight. That's just when you mess the whole cookout gets ruined after that. And then you sit up there and you get everybody to say, "Hey, everybody, this is Big Mama's new boyfriend." Okay. Me soon to be missing all of his teeth. Bucky Bronson. But Bro Speak said just take his meat off the grill.
Oh.
Hell yeah, man. Crazy ass nigga coming up talking about your mama. That's his new sweetheart. Man, my mama, you don't get your punk ass out of here. Man.
Shooks, I knew some men that did not know they were dating women that was twice their age. I was working.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, that kind of thing is okay when you're 40 and she's 50. Or you 30 and she's 40. All right, okay. I mean, you know, handle your handle. You know what I'm saying?
What
But
about
you 30
35 and she's 65?
Well, yeah. I mean, okay. You know what I'm saying? But when you 30 and she's 70, or you 30 and she's 90, come on now. No, 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 no. Because that sounds disgusting. That don't even sound right.
Okay, so when he's younger than your own kids, then no, no, no.
Yeah. You're like, nigga, I'm older than you. That's my mama. I'm older than you, nigga. Look at, I'm 10 years older than you. You 40, I'm 50. You supposed to be dealing with my mama, nigga? Yo. Oh. All right, ladies, I had some fun. I just came on for a few minutes to holler at y'all. Throw my 2 cents in. I'm gonna let the ladies get back to ladies' night. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all supporting the Ebony Star Network. Peace, power, and unity. All right, then. Talk to y'all later.
Take my spare ribs off before you do that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. But hey, I seen it a lot. Shooks, my own mom was dating a guy that was the same age as me. I didn't know it at the time. I thought he was older. And one day we were celebrating his birthday. I was like, wait a minute. He's only about a year or two older than me. And I was calling him uncle. The important question. These are important questions. I don't know why people don't ask. While you're fighting, I'm gonna be eating my ribs on the side watching. Exactly. I'm gonna use the hose to get the dirt off. It's a good show though. So everybody's gonna be getting out of the way, and they're gonna be standing up because the fight can move with their plate and eating ribs. Why everybody have ribs? I don't know. No cookout where everybody has ribs. They either have ribs, there be pork steak, let me see, chops, chicken, sausage, and weenies. And hamburger patties. I ain't never known a barbecue where they had ribs for everybody. In fact, most of the time, that's what the fight would be about. Because somebody took ribs that weren't supposed to take ribs. Okay. Uh, yeah. Big Mama boyfriend show up and he thought her son was her other man. Hey, Avana.
Yeah.
So, y'all ever had a situation where an older woman was dating or involved with a younger man? And we're not
Oh,
talking about 5 years younger. We're talking about half her age younger.
yeah, I have seen some before, but sometimes I see these old women dating a young man. I see it like they just want to have a fun with them. They don't love them. They just want to do like have a fun, go out
Uh-huh.
with them, chill with them. That's what they want. They want.
Yeah. Most of the time, that's what
But
it
it's not
is.
like they're showing you well. You say,
Yeah. Or in one case, this dude impressed her was doing all kind of work around her house for her. That's like, oh, Miss So and So's working it. What you had to do to get him to do all that? Nothing. He's courting me. I keep telling him I'm too old for him. He ain't listening. So I said I'm old fashioned. I believe in courting. I figured that would put him off. No. Every time I turn around, he's doing something. I'll be out raking the leaves in my yard, and here he comes. Oh, baby, I got that. I'm not gonna fight him. I really don't like raking leaves.
yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah. So sometimes they go out to dinner and stuff like that. It's just, her to get out of the house and have some fun. As far as I know, they ain't done the hoochah coochah or anything. Or if so, she ain't telling me about it.
Yeah.
But I think I can. I got her kind of close to it. Said, no, 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 no. I believe in courting. So that's what you young women need to do. Y'all need to have them courting. Then you can see what he's made of. He'll be fixing on your house. He'll be fixing on your car. He'll be doing your yard.
Then you see the young people, the young we don't check it that way.
Uh,
What we think is like, oh, no, I've get a man who want to be with me or who want to marry me, and I'm okay with it. We don't check, we don't ask them questions because it looks like I don't know whether we are desperate or something. I don't know, but it looks like when we get a man, we don't check.
uh-huh.
All we need is we need to be with them fastly. We need to have sex with them. Sometimes I don't know why most of us sometimes we do that. I don't know.
Mhm.
Hey, I
Yeah.
got a. I'm sorry, right there. I got a
Uh,
question I wanted to ask everybody. Right,
okay.
all y'all
Okay.
can answer it. I'm gonna ask it, and then I'm gonna go down in the chat and see what everybody's reaction gonna be. Okay,
Okay.
it's
Uh,
about love and how many of us can truly recognize love. Right. Okay, you got a man with two kids and a wife. He
Uh-huh.
says he loves his wife and he loves his children.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Right.
Now, say they fall on hard times. Right. And
Uh-huh.
he claims he can't get a job or whatever. But he
Uh-huh.
says he loves his children. He loves his wife. So he goes out and purposely sells drugs. Now, he know full well if he gets caught, he could be gone away for a long time. So he goes out, sells drugs, doing what he think is right, providing for his family. He makes the money, but then he gets caught. Then he gets sentenced later on. He's doing 15 to life. Now he's locked away for 15, 20 years, possibly life, and he can't be with his children, he can't be with his wife. My question to y'all is, does he really love his wife and children? Now I'm gonna go down the chat, see what y'all say. Peace, power, and unity.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. For me, I don't see that he love his wife and the children.
Okay. Okay. I'm not certain because okay, he knows there's a chance he's gonna end up in jail. Did he prepare for what happens if he go in jail? His wife and children be without him completely, and there won't be no money coming in. I mean, they'll be without him completely, and they'd be left to deal with the wolves. I don't know. It feels like I don't think so. I, let's see. Let's see. Hassan said no. Son says, first of all, I wouldn't be with someone who goes to crime. If you locked away, you're gonna be gone anyway. Let's see. Auntie, do it the honest way. Drugs is never the way. You know you get arrested and you'll be taken away from your kids for a long time. I say it's love, but he did it the wrong way. Son says that's too irresponsible. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking no, he doesn't love or doesn't love them the right way. If he's selling drugs to take care of them. Okay, let's see. Auntie goes, and in the long run, if the kids are little before he went away, they will resent him once he gets out. It's just not worth it. Let's see. I can't risk being away from my kids and husband. That hurts the family too much. That's son. Yeah, because I think they would rather their father be there than to have the all the money or the money from the drugs, or y'all can be homeless together. Okay. Now that you're gone, what's happening to the kids and the wife? No, because he's only thinking about now and not the future of the wife and kids. Okay. Yeah, he's not thinking about the future. Uh, for me, Max, it depends on the circumstances. A man is supposed to provide for his woman and children by any means necessary. Okay, that sounds familiar. Might as well if we talk on hard times, then we will face that, but we're not doing anything that will separate and traumatize the family in that manner. If we fall on hard times, then the keyboard is getting on my nerves. LOL. You want me to drop the link so you can come on up, son? Um. Okay, we talked about that. Um, any means necessary means any way um, legal that don't get you put in jail. I mean, if it means digging ditches, if it means harvesting crops, crawfish, if it means um, uh, working some embarrassing little minimum wage job or several of them, that's any means. Ah, so yeah. So if he did any means, that means he tried the fast food places, he tried laborer, he tried let me see. Well, in our community that would be farming, working as a farm laborer. Um let's see, let me think of what else. I'm trying to think of all the possibilities. Let's see what else. Oh well, shoot. The city is always looking for somebody to help out. Working in a recycling center. Working at a what's they call it, waste. Where you deal with the water and all of the sewage that come from the water that comes through the system. You gotta clean up the water. Well, anyway, I forgot what it's called. Water treatment plant. There's not too many people that like water treatment plants. I know of some men that did it temporarily to take care of their family, but they did it. Said it was some decent money, but hey, it's water treatment. You treating the water because it's full of crap. Lemonades, yep. Shucks. I know one man. He helped his wife with his company, with her company for a while. She make pies. He just couldn't find anything, so he just started just helping her out. While he was looking for a job. If he can't if he can't bring any money in, he at least can help her with her getting her money in. And he did deliveries for her. He made sure she didn't get cheated on her products. You know, because she was selling her pies to different restaurants, and they were trying to cheat her. And he stepped in and prevent that. Yeah, and so he did that for a while, and her business expanded, which meant more money coming in. So he got some work. He hired on as maintenance at a school. Then he became let's see, a security guard. I don't know. Yeah, when I saw him, he was a security guard. And yeah, you do what you gotta do, but not one time did they say anything about selling drugs. Even for the family, I think prostitution would be wrong. Wait. Oh, I missed something. Wait a minute. I have a question. Men who would you feel if your wife turned to prostitution to take care of the family? I want to get some lemons to make lemonade. There are too many avenues to make money to resort to drugs. Even if it's for the family, I think prostitution would be wrong.
All right, not too bad. Yeah, y'all got it going. I'm going to present the other side now, and I'm gonna go down in the chat, see what y'all say. Now here's the other side. If a woman finds herself to be a single baby mama,
Uh-huh.
no job, no skills, no husband, but she has 2 kids, and she loves her children so much that she decides to go out and become a streetwalker, a prostitute, just to feed her children. Does that woman love her children? I'll go down the chat and see what y'all say.
Wow. Dang. Gonna drop a crazy scenario. You right about that. Ugh. Dang. Okay. Okay. Oh, I've seen something similar. What she got with a sugar daddy. Oh, Hassan, you say yes? Okay. No, prostitution. Damn, that hurts. Okay, I would say no. Uh, I seen my mom in the single baby mama thing, and she worked at fast food places. I mean, she had 3 part-time jobs. She worked for her dad at his store. They had some odds, so they became, a thing. Um, let's see, let's see. She worked at an industrial plant for a while, which, considering that they were very lax on some of the laws, could have been dangerous for her. Let me see. She worked at a sewing plant. She took any what they call that um, minimum wage jobs, several minimum wage jobs. She swallowed her pride and had me staying with my grandparents while she worked. I've seen her ride a bicycle. Oh, let me see. I guess it was about 2 to 5 miles away to over there and back. But prostitution, If she did, I didn't see it. Didn't see the evidence, didn't hear anything about it. And I hung around people that like to gossip. And
Okay,
they
so I'm
trauma.
sorry, Dan. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all in on my manners in a minute, but so far the only person that I agree with in the chat is Bro Speak, and let me tell you why. Because there really is no difference between the guy and the girl.
Ah.
There's really no difference. And the reason why I ask these two questions is this. You know, I noticed something about the gender war between black men and black women. We're not willing to ask each other the tough questions.
Mm-hmm.
And even if we are asking those tough questions, we aren't willing to give each other an honest answer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think part of healing with black people is that we have to be able to talk about these tough situations or these taboo situations that are keeping us separated. We have to be able to talk about them with an open mind and have to be able to have an honest discussion about them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? One thing that brings about harmony is balance. One of the reasons why there's a gender war between black men and black women is because there is no balance on either side. One side either has too much, and the other side has too little, and vice versa. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So as black people coming together and building those positive relations, we have to be able to have balance. That's one of the reasons why I asked those two questions, because those two questions are exactly alike. They balanced.
Mm-hmm.
The man went out and did something he wasn't supposed to do, knowing he can get in trouble. And the woman did the same thing. She went out and did something she knew that if she did, she got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to see what the chat would say. I wanted to see if the chat will pick a side. You see what I'm saying? So far, the only one that had balance that I see, and forgive me if I didn't see everybody, but the only one I seen that struck balance between the two was Bro Speak. Okay, and if we're going to move forward as black people and build positive relations, then we have to strike balance. We have to be willing to see the situation on both sides and judge them equally. All right. If something over here is messed up, and something over here is, and then something over there is as equally messed up, then we have to see the equality in both of them causing damage. You know, we can't say, what I see is we're picking sides and saying, okay, well, you're more messed up over here than over here. Or you're messed up over here, and we don't care about you being messed up over there. And I think that's where we're falling short as people, and we're not striking that balance. You know, we have to be able to strike balance. That was the whole purpose of me asking those two questions, because I wanted to see if people would choose sides. Some people did choose sides. I'm not going to say any names. Some people did choose sides. Okay? And Bro Speak, I ain't tooting his own horn, but hey, he kept it balanced. He saw no difference in either side, and there was no difference. The only difference was the scenarios, but it was the same concept. Both of them did something that they shouldn't have done, that showed that they have very little love for their children. If the man is getting sent away, then he can't be there for his wife and his children. If the woman is engaging in dangerous activity that can get her killed or put in jail, then she's not thinking of her children either. She's not being there for her children. She's doing something that not only is going to get her in serious hot water. So there's your balance right there, right? I was shocked to hear some people say, yes, she loves her children. I was shocked to hear that, because that's kind of unrealistic. And again, I'm not tooting no horns. I'm just trying to get us to look at ourselves and get into searching for balance, because that's the only way we're going to heal. We have to be able to have balance. Without balance, we won't be able to solve our problems truthfully, because we're not being honest with ourselves. And that's what I wanted to say tonight. I appreciate everybody for letting me run that little experiment. And thank you, Dane, for letting me come up on Ladies Night and run my little experiment. So hopefully I gave you guys something to think about. All right? Peace, power, unity.
Okay. She can infect the whole family with her negligence. That's not love at all. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, there's too many venereal diseases, and some of them are catchy. Mm. But that is interesting because when we say prostitute, it's like, dang, oh, you had to go there. But kind of had that feeling. Because I think somebody actually did kind of bring that up a little bit just before he did. Okay, well, it looks like we're not going to go over the rent. But hey, we was talking about we should do a ranking um, for the menace queer and sissy bins and red pillars and all them other little subgroups like they got the ranking. Well, it just so happened we thought the same thing. So, do y'all want to hear the ranking before we go and see where you think it should that is fine? Where is that? Let me pull it up, slide it over. Okay. Okay, all right. So we started from 10, since it's at the top, we started from 10. And 10 to 1. Okay, so if some dude thinks himself as a 10, we got down that he is a pedophile. Yeah, so 10 is a pedophile. So you the top one, you think the worst thing possibly be is a pedophile. All right. Okay. All right. So number 9. Okay. Number 9. Number 9 is rapist. So those that are so that's what we got for 9. Now we didn't know which one to choose for 8, so we kind of combined them. Okay, so number 8 is white beater / abuser. Yeah, because some of them be abusing their girlfriends, their woman, don't necessarily be just abusing their wife. What? Oops. Okay, y'all lagging behind on me? We doing the ranking of list. We doing our form of the ranking like the Manosphere has done for the women. All right. So 10 was pedophile, 9 is rapist, and we just came to 8, which is wife beater abuser. Now, number 7. Number 7 is deadbeat dad. Yep. Now, some of y'all might think it should be a whole nother ranking, but hey, go ahead, throw your ideas out in the chat. Where you think it should be. Now, number 6. Number 6 kind of made me laugh. So there's gonna be some very angry people about number 6. But you know what they say about hit dogs and holler. Number 6 is dusty beta male. Yeah. So there's gonna be a lot. Okay, number 5. Number 5. Okay, y'all ready? This is where she says she was. This is average. Drug addict. Yep. So number 5 is drug addict. Ooh. What? Somebody hungry for chicken? It looks like chicken. All right. All right. And number 4. Uh, oh, don't cry, Auntie. Okay, number 4 is homosexual slash effeminate male. So, and number 3. Now, hear me very clear. Oh, that's a coffin? Oh, okay. Okay, I must be hungry. Oh, okay, okay. All right, all right. So number, okay, I did say number 4. Okay, okay. So number 3 is you got to hear me very closely because it sounds similar to number 4. It's a hobosexual. Uh, we all know what that is, and yes, it seems like quite a few of them of that mindset is floating around. Okay, all right, all right. I see the chicken. Ooh, somebody got a rib too. All that talking about barbecue ribs at the cookout. All right, number 2. Okay, number 2. Unproductive male.
Yeah.
That means he don't want to work. And last but not least, number 1. Financially challenged slash broke. All right. So
And keep in mind, everybody, that this is not a real world ranking. This is strictly for the Manosphere, the SYSBM, the Red Pillars. Since they want to put a rank on somebody, well, we decided to give them a taste of their own medicine, and we came up with our own ranking for them. Okay? For the Sissy Bims, the Manosphere, and the Red Pill guys. We decided to make up a ranking list for them. And like she said, at number 10, being the highest rank, if you are an SYSBM, if you are at number 10, you are a pedophile. And according to what we've heard about some of the Manosphere, guys raping women and stuff like that, if you are a number 9, you are a rapist. And what is number 8, Dame?
Wife beater abuser slash
right.
Abuser.
If you're part of the Manosphere, Sissy Bims, Red Pill Rage, all this other crazy shit, if you rank yourself at 8, then you are a wife beater and an abuser.
Yeah.
If you are a number 7, what is number 7, Dame?
Deadbeat dad.
Right. If you're in the Manosphere, Sissy Bim, Red Pillar, you rank yourself a 7, and that means you are a deadbeat dad. And number 6, Dame?
Dusty beta male.
Yup, you are. If you in the Manosphere, Sissy Bims, Red Pillars, and you rank yourself a 6, that means you are a dusty beta male. Shout out to Cynthia G. Let us borrow the dusty beta male terminology.
Yeah.
Okay. And number 5, Dane?
Number 5 is drug addict.
Right. So since you want to rank women and their value and stuff like that, well, we value you this. If you are the Manosphere, Sissy Bims, Red Pill Rage, and the rest of these little effeminate males, you rank yourself at number 5, well, as far as we're concerned, you're a drug addict. Go ahead, Dane. 4.
Okay. 4, homosexual slash effeminate male.
Right. See, if you are the Sissy Bims, Manosphere, this probably mostly appeals to the Manosphere, right? If you rank yourself a 4, then you are a homosexual or some kind of effeminate male. And what's number 3?
Hobosexual.
A hobosexual. And number two,
Unproductive male.
right? Definitely you're the manosphere, you SYSB, you are unproductive. You're not a productive male at all, because all you do is sit on YouTube and complain about women. That's not productive. And number two,
Oh, that's unproductive male.
what
Unproductive
was
male.
what was three?
Homosexual.
Okay, and number one, if you are in the manosphere, manosphere, sissy bims, and red pill rage, you on YouTube all the time screaming about black women, then that has to mean you don't have a job, you're not making any money, so that means you will be financially challenged / broke. And that is our ranking system, ladies and gentlemen, for the manosphere, sissy bims, red pillars, blue pillars, rainbow pillars, and the rest of these weirdos. That's our ranking system for them, from 1 through 10. Okay. And shout out to Bro Speak for looking at that scenario the right way. He looked at it the right way. Not saying you guys wasn't trying or whatever, but he looked. I want to give credit where it's due. He looked at it the right way. So shout out to Bro Speak. All right, y'all. I'm out.
Okay. Yeah, and like their Skittle peelers. Okay, and like their ranking system, no matter where you are or you feel you are, it does not do any good. You're gonna tear down somebody with it. You're gonna mess with their self-esteem. Shouldn't even have a ranking system. Shouldn't be asking, okay, where you rate yourself from 1 to 10. Yeah. So, and the asking women what they bring to the table is designed for as a trap. Yeah. So don't participate in it. Yeah. And if you thinking, oh, it's not that bad. Hey, look at our list. None of them sound good. Either way it goes, the man that falls in these ranking is not going to look good. He's not going to be very appealing to women. Well, he's not going to be appealing to women at all. She's going to run screaming and hollering from him. Or she going to back up away from him like he's the devil himself. Probably be doing her fingers like a cross. Go away, devil. All right. Okay. Well, let's see. What time is it? Oh, shoot. I feel like it was later than that. Okay. So that was our ranking for the manosphere, sissy bin, red pill, anybody of that ilk. Yeah, since they constantly splintering and fighting, I lose track of them. So, all right. So let's see. All right. I think Max mentioned this. Oh, hey. Oh, shoots. I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay. Okay, everybody. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. We are going to finish this another time. We got a little sidetrack, very interesting conversations and talk and stuff like that. But we're gonna have to come back and finish up the review of Max's rant. I see now it's gonna have to be taken a little bit at a time because we all have thoughts and idea and opinion. They were all good. It was great conversation, great talk, great ideas. Uh, straighten out some misunderstandings. Threw out some suggestions. You know, Yep, taken from our life, and hopefully, hey, we might have some young women watching that might, take in what we said and it's going to apply it and use it. And we're hoping that the woman that was at what's call it show that that she didn't listen to what he said, and and take our suggestions, what she can do, and stop going to him, because all he's going to do is tear you down. All right, all right, all right. Good night, y'all. It was nice seeing y'all, Hassan, Auntie. Um, I forgot, man. Kendall, Roland, son. Son left too. All right, y'all. My battery's getting low. All right, I'll holler at y'all later. Let's cue the music. Okay. All right.